It's 5 o'clock-ish here on the West Coast. My name is Gary Beekler. I am live in Poop City, California, San Francisco, and I've got some guests, some friends, and a new friend. And we're going to start right there. We're going to start with big YouTuber. He's got millions of subs, by the way. I don't know why he's slumming with me, but I am proud to have Alex.
Man,
What's up, buddy?
Happy to be here. I'll slum it with anybody, man. I'm ready to hang out.
Oh, that's right. And our first question of the night is pretty slummy, but we'll get to that in a second. Then, of course, we have the godly man himself, who's right above that beautiful question, Odin from Odin's Movie Blog. Did you know you have a movie blog? Did you?
I didn't even know that I had a movie blog. Right? It's amazing. It truly
wow, that's awesome.
Yeah,
you have a movie blog?
I do. Right?
You're
and there's so many movies that I haven't seen, but I have a movie blog.
Like, I've seen it.
I haven't seen it, but someone sent it to me.
Zulu?
I just got two notifications for this live stream, Gary. YouTube is making up for all of the missed notifications. I got two.
Wait a minute.
You had two events, I think.
I think there's two events going on.
That's
how the hell the fuck did that happen?
Are we allowed to say FUCK?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Okay, well, I'm gonna kill the one with the
Odin says a prayer every time we do, but we are allowed to say it.
It's okay.
There's, I'm sure, quite a few people I think every time I say it, but yeah.
This is cool. You want to keep it up as two events? That'd be awesome.
Let's do it.
Yeah, no, I got the double notification too. Yeah,
I'm gonna kill this one. Sorry. So everybody, if the video goes out, go to the other event because somehow, some way.
Hashtag Boomer Gary. Hashtag Boomer Gary.
Boom! I boomered the shit out of this one. I don't even know how to freaking. Oh man, I don't want to kill the wrong one now.
I like that verb a lot. You boomered the shit out of it.
I boomered the shit out. How did that happen? It duplicated on me.
Yeah.
Okay,
really
there we
weird,
go.
Man.
All right, the one with like 60 or 70 viewers, you're going bye now. And go over to the other one. As a matter of fact, I'll shoot you the link. Somebody, hey, one of the mods, could you shoot the link? God damn it, this is the dumbest fucking shit ever. What the fuck? I don't even know how that happened.
Oh man, so good. I love Gary. I really do.
Jesus Christ.
Boomer as hell, making two chats.
I can't delete it. I'm gonna have to make it private. That's weird.
There you go.
Yeah.
I posted a link to it.
All right. So for some reason, that is weird as hell. Yeah, it's not letting me. It's not letting me delete it. So, all right. Well, it's private now, and now we're back. All right, you there?
It's a private chat.
I'm here
for that group. They can have 30 people chilling in there saying, "Oh, we got the chat all to ourselves."
I know, right? Yeah. Well, be careful. Well, it doesn't matter what you say. We can't see it. So if you don't see us responding to that, then I don't know how the hell that happened. That's so weird. How many people we got watching? Okay, we're on the right one.
I feel like a very, very much like a poser being in here. You guys are like nerding out over my head like crazy. This is the amount of things that you can recall just like that. But I'm trying my best. Like I am here. I have a tattoo. Fucking, I have a little bit of credibility here.
Hey, just remember, man, you're only a poser if you're pretending.
I'm not pretending.
Do you play?
So you're not a poser then.
A lot of them, but
that's a lot more than me.
Yeah.
Well, while Gary's screwing everything up, I will formally introduce Alex. This is Alex Goot. He is a musician, a YouTuber. He has 3.5 million subs. He is the singer for "The Saga Ends," the music video that we did on Geeks and Gamers. This is
little known fact. Yes.
Yeah. So he is here tonight, and
we're thinking of the follow up.
Yeah, why are you here, though, specifically? To just go ahead and say fuck Disney and Disney Star Wars. I mean, I know you want to.
Oh, yeah. Dude, fuck Disney. Fuck Disney. Star Wars sucks. It's so shitty.
Fucking it's stupid.
I mean, I've been a fan my entire life. Everybody smelled shit when The Force Awakens came out, and we were, like, waving our hands still like, yeah, this is awesome. And then, like, but it might have really kind of a little sucked a little bit. By the time Last Jedi came out, like, done. I was fucking done.
Yeah.
I think we're all in the same boat with that one.
Yep. I think Gary's got everything fixed now, Gary. I'll turn it back over to you.
Yeah.
No, I have the other thing set to private. I did nothing wrong. StreamYard spit out 2 things for I don't know. We hit a glitch in the matrix, so Leave it to me. And as far as remembering things, Alex, I don't. It's just what my brain is like really screwed up from a lot of drugs. So I sometimes the circuits, fire in the right direction, but sometimes I forget my name and start drooling in a cup. So
Well,
don't worry.
the drugs work very much in favor of you remembering all the geek culture dumb stuff because you literally remember everything, is where I could see. So they're working in some direction.
Or maybe it's just all in my head. Like
Yes, it's working. They're doing something good.
Gary's an evil genius.
Yes.
Comics division. Hi.
Hey, how's
It going?
Going pretty good.
That's good.
I put out a video this week. Fucking finally.
Oh, you did?
I did.
I know. I saw it. I watch your videos, man.
You never comment, man. I don't feel the love.
Because they always get flagged because I'm always calling you an asshole and liar. And no, I called you I called you a Nazi incel. So
okay. That's why I got flagged.
I'm surprised they didn't keep it there.
Sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
And speaking of them, hi Jeremy. How's it going?
What of incels and specifically?
Specifically incels. I mean, forget the fact that he's got kids and more subscribers than John Campia. But
you got a wife, you got kids.
Yeah.
Incel.
Incel.
Hi.
I've got a question for you, Jeremy. How many subscribers are you away from 200,000?
Right now, I am 67 subs away from. I'm sorry, we are, because it's a we thing, but 67 subs away from 200,000. We at Geeks and Gamers are about to cross a massive milestone, and it's pretty amazing. So,
do they send you a second plaque when you hit that, or what?
You've gotten how many plaques do you have? About 30 at this point.
No, when I crossed 100,000, they didn't have the plaque.
Oh, really?
Nothing.
I saw the one in your studio.
Ancient,
you have that
ancient
giant,
history.
Have that
Yeah,
giant.
I have that one for the million, but when I crossed 100,000, they had nothing. That didn't exist yet.
Wow,
it's a long time ago.
So so almost at 200K right now.
No, that's fucking awesome.
Yeah, we have 625 people watching currently right now, and the crowd is growing. Thank you very much. And I'm sure not all of you are subscribed to Geeks and Gamers. My good friend Jeremy, who I have a contract with, so I'm contractually obligated to say all this stuff. Mad Max caught me, man. The guy, he saw the paperwork. He knows what's up.
Listen.
Jeremy, you deleted the video.
You deleted the video.
Who the hell is this?
This is Mad Max, my number one. I guess he's my fan at this point. Like, what did he call his video yesterday? Because he was copying car video, and he said it was something else video.
He did
stalker video,
yeah, something like that. He was like, "We got car video. We got this video." Blah, blah, blah. I was like, "Oh my gosh, I love Max." And
tonight I'm watching Jeremy sleep.
And then Lethal Lightning, who's new to Geeks and Gamers, he tags him on Twitter. He goes, "Hey Max, I make videos for Geeks and Gamers. Can you roast me?"
Yes. Nobody roast. Well, it's a couple people. Some guy jogging roasted me once for too much stuff on my microphone, so it just made me put 4 more things on it. And then somebody called me part of the alt-right brigade because I didn't like Doctor Who. That was it. So there's a lot of you out there who are not subscribed to Geeks and Gamers. If you could, 67 away. It's just a couple of clicks, and you can help the man achieve a dream, and then achieve more success that they deserved, that they have earned. Geeks and Gamers has been an inspiration for me. It's a fun channel. It's funny. Most importantly, it's funny. All the stuff we go through, I know it's hard subject matter that we hit, and I know it's sad watching our franchises die, but mockery is the best way to deal with a lot of things, and Geeks and Gamers is one of the best at it. So there you go.
Jeremy, the professional hater. He's well, and he's a hater plus. He's got some more things to offer. But I mean, I think a lot of what brought me into your channel, just as a total fan and viewer, was like, man, someone's got to speak out about how shitty this movie is, and you were like one of the only ones doing it. So I was all about it. I instantly subscribed.
I remember when I got an email from Alex. And I didn't know who Alex was. And, I looked and I'm like, he's got 3.5 million subs. Why the fuck are you messaging me? And you know,
time to speak up.
yeah. And I said, dude, why don't you just make a video on your channel? He goes, nobody wants to hear me do anything but sing. All they're gonna do is tell me shut the fuck up and sing.
My audience is all pop music covers. It's not. They don't want to hear a Star Wars parody ever. They don't want that.
So yeah, man, it's been a wild ride, and we're just getting started. So
Yep.
Absolutely. Got to think about that follow-up music video of some kind.
Dude, YouTube's a huge place. So there's like a meme video that's been out forever that I had never heard of. And I was watching the Jack Show last night, and it's the music list videos and the Dancing in the Streets, Mick Jagger, David Bowie music list video where they redub with like no music and they redo the sound effects. It's the funniest goddamn thing. I fell out of my chair. I was laughing so goddamn hard. It was beautiful.
Is that like, dude, there used to be like Fish live music videos and they would just redub all the live instruments and just like
yeah, you'd hear like yeah, it's so good.
Yeah, those are hilarious.
Yes. Yeah. So and then what was Jack Show doing? They were watching some guy's live stream that I don't even know it was called Access Media something, and we rated it, and then I was commenting on the Jack Show on the other live stream while they were watching the live stream. It was getting very Inception like.
Yeah.
It was really cool. So tonight, we're gonna start out talking about a show that I don't cover, but I should. It's one of Jeremy's.
Did you introduce the Christian?
Yeah, I did, didn't I? Odin?
Yeah.
I did.
We made jokes about how Odin has a movie blog.
I'm sorry. We'll introduce him again, though.
I was just trying to get special credit.
Hey, Jeremy, did you know that I have a movie blog?
I did not, and this is the first I've heard of it. This is the first I've heard of it.
I just wanted you to know. Because as your number 2 fan, because I can't be your number 1 fan for obvious reasons, I just want you to know that I have a movie blog, and that's important to me.
Well, I commend your bravery. It's very stunning. And I think
brave,
and brave, and you are one transition away from getting an award from ESPN.
Jeremy, I just want to say that you're breathtaking. You're beautiful. You're such a kind person. You deserve the 200,000 subs you're getting.
Hashtag be better.
Jeremy, I want to say I'm literally shaking because Geeks and Gamers is about to reach 200,000 subscribers, and I'm literally shaking about it over here.
So before we get to Sons of Anarchy, we have to answer the question: would you have sex with Kathleen Kennedy for $100,000?
Yes, because somebody needs to put an above average in this bitch and make her understand that the force ain't female.
Can I ask my wife about this first? Like, this seems totally inappropriate.
Oh, whoa!
Mic drop.
Your wife doesn't watch our live streams, does she?
Yes, she does.
Oh, hi, Mrs. Greg.
I do not condone any of the things Jeremy says. I'm very sorry.
If I was single for 100,000, yes. But can I choose the younger version and then get Steven Spielberg's autograph later? Can I have sex with her in Steven Spielberg's office? Oh,
not even with a stolen dick.
I think.
All right. As long as we do it in the Disney offices with Bob Iger there, in the next room, not watching.
In the words of the great Shooter McGavin, you got to play it where it lies.
Somebody said Jeremy didn't say how above average 5.75 is average. Well, I didn't say I was Jeff Hicks. I just said I'm above average. Okay, I didn't say I'm world class bullshitters. I just said I'm above average. I'm not trying to overcompensate. I'm trying to be honest. And Kathleen Kennedy needs at least some above average, and we'll have no more forces female garbage, you know? So
how about there's a lot of trash men in my city. We need some trash women. How about that shit, huh? It's totally unrepresented. It's really freaking me out, you know? I think, the Goot music team needs some diversity. It's just me. I'm a white male. So,
well, fire yourself and replace yourself with a black female. I mean,
there we go.
Obviously what you need to do. Eventually, I'm going to have to do that as well. Comics division.
Oh, I already answered, man. Not even with a stolen dick.
Okay. There you go. Well, that's what you got. So
I like that answer. Not even the
so I guess that's a
bit.
good answer.
Hey, if anybody's looking, because if you're looking for links, mods, if you're looking for links for Alex's channel, it's Goot Music, Goot Music. So you can drop that. He needs all the help he can get.
I do.
So
I do. Please.
let's get it. Let's get him to 4 million subs tonight.
Here it is.
Man, it's a totally different scene, man. YouTube has changed it a lot.
Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah.
It changed in the last couple of months. Thanks, Quarter
Yeah.
Black Garrett and Steven Crowder, by the way.
And
I
it's just
forget
gonna
that.
get worse as the months go by.
Especially once we hit 2020, because we all
Yeah.
know
Okay.
why.
Yeah.
Can I ask something about the Nerdrotic channel?
Sure.
And like, I may get called out by the people in the chat, like, Nerdrotic noob, but where does the voice come from the intro?
Oh, the voice?
Yeah.
That is my son at age like 8.
Nice, because it's a really nice, it's very memorable. I like it.
Oh, thanks.
It's just like, he means it. You can hear that.
That's my little boy. That's
Yeah.
well, not so little anymore, but that's Logan. And you can hear at the very end, you hear a voice in the background from like the next room. That's my older son
Nice.
yelling at somebody on League of Legends. And
course.
yes, so that is Logan. Thanks.
Is that like a known Nerdrotic trivia thing where I've missed it? Because I've watched a lot of your videos in the past couple days, and I was almost looking for the answer to that. But
I mean, once in a while it gets asked, but not that much.
Yeah.
I think people just assume.
Yeah.
But most people ask me where the name comes from, and it's like a long and meandering story.
Gotcha. Fair enough. It's
Yeah.
fair. Yeah.
I wish there was an
detailed.
awesome story with it, but
Yeah.
I misheard somebody. I thought somebody said it, and I heard it by mistake, and I thought it was such a good name anyway that I ran to GoDaddy and got a domain name. This was while I still had that.
No, it's a catchy name. I like it.
It is. It's pretty
I'm
catchy.
into it. Yeah.
You got to put some salt and pepper on that story, Gary.
I know.
No, yeah.
Well, I was still at that comic shop that I was at. That I don't know if you guys heard that I own a comic shop for 10 years
Really?
in San Francisco. I did, yeah.
It's
I
incredible.
did. Yeah, it's incredible.
Yeah, imagine that. Someone who owns a comic shop having insight onto selling comics. Imagine that.
Wait, you sold comics?
I sold them. Yes,
Oh my gosh. So not only did you own the store, you sold comics.
I sold comics.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness. Wow.
Now, there's a guy I know named Odin that you should meet because he has a movie blog.
Oh,
Wait,
he actually blogs about movies?
yeah.
Oh
it's
my
amazing.
goodness. Wow.
Comics and movies hand in hand.
Oh my goodness. Wait, in comics division, does he talk about comics?
Not anymore. Not as much as I used to.
And I hate that spelling of comics. Have I ever told you that? I truly do hate that. It's so freaking 90s. Like, where's my Mountain Dew, bruh? Comics with an X. Gnarly.
There was a
I'll
game
be honest
called-
with you. I only did that because of Comixology.
Yeah.
No, there was a game called Comic Zone with an X in it like that. That game was kind of good.
It's the Freddie Prinze Jr. of spelling.
Oh, Freddie. Oh, Freddie.
my story for my name is even lamer than Gary's. So,
Well, let's hear it now.
I was when I was trying to come up with my channel name, I was actually driving to the store, listening to Joy Division. That's where I got the name.
There's nothing wrong with that.
No,
Joy Division's awesome, man. That is a great band.
yeah.
Um,
Well, that's the reason why I also had for the longest time the Ian Curtis Batman before I started getting the original.
I like
artwork.
that, but I understand why. I like your avatar now, though. I think it's good.
Nice.
Jeremy, this one's for you because I need to watch this show. This is the one show you have recommended to me and said I will like it, especially since I am, proper white trash and I like that kind of stuff. And I actually hung out with bikers when I was younger. So Kurt Sutter reveals backstory of his firing for Mayans MC. Clearly, I ruffled a few mouse ears. Before we get it, I mean, what do you know about the story, Jeremy, and what are your thoughts?
Kurt Sutter, creator of Sons of Anarchy. Now, I haven't seen Mayans, which is a spinoff from Sons of Anarchy, but Sons of Anarchy is one of my favorite shows of all time. Kurt Sutter he's a badass dude, and he's not there to coddle you. He's not there to he's not there to worry about your feelings. He's a straightforward dude, man. And so he basically got fired for being a dick. which is amazing in 2019 that you can be fired for being mean. And he's not somebody that's going to, like, if you're going to get in business with this dude, what are you expecting? You know what I mean? What were you expecting? Now, of course, this is a carryover from the Fox purchase and everything like that. And it's pretty hilarious. So I'll let you read the article and then we'll talk a little more about it. But I love Kurt Sutter. He's an awesome dude.
Yeah, no, this is bad. This is seriously bad for Hollywood, and this is one of the things I've been harping on for years, that you guys, you keep letting this wolf in the door that is PC culture and SJWs and NPCs, and they are going to stymie and stifle your creativity. And now it's happening. Now Disney has Gina Davis's algorithm to look through scripts to make sure there's no gender bias. I mean, like,
that's ridiculous. This is the problem with big data.
And that's why Disney's too big to succeed. When it comes to art, there is such a thing as too big to succeed, too homogenized. When they start trying to pie graph a story, and we're seeing it now. I mean, they're making movies based on data, not just on, sometimes you got to make Warner Brothers took a shot in the dark with Joker. It was a gut feeling, and somebody had to actually work and push them into making it. And they found the perfect time when they were in transition, and they were like, damn it, it's cheap. Go ahead and make it and get out of my face, kid. And then they just made a bunch of money. Now we're getting this. So exclusive, as Deadline reported earlier today, Kurt Sutter was fired from his executive producer post on the FX series Mayans MC based on complaints from cast and crew collected by the Human Resources Department at Disney. Freaking snitches, man, everywhere. And you know how Kurt probably dealt with that stuff, which now owns FX, as well as the studio that produces the Sons of Anarchy spinoff, 20th Century Fox TV, Fox 21 and TV Studios. And before I even get started, yes, I'm worried about the Orville. I'm not going to lie. I am truly worried about the Orville. In a letter Sutter sent today to his inside circle, which was obtained by Deadline, he details the events that led to his dismissal, admitting that detaching myself so much this season was a mistake. Sutter also reveals his struggle with the Disney culture that feels ultimately led to his firing. I felt creative scrutiny. I have felt creative scrutiny from Disney from day one, he writes. Read the full letter below. Notes on scripts and cuts have been heavy-handed, demanding a level of dumbing down story and inane PC restraints like I've never experienced before. I genuinely fear for the creative future of storytelling. I push back hard. God damn, that's such a great quote, and one we all knew was coming. To be honest with you, that's everything Jeremy's been arguing about for the last year, Comics Division for 2 years with Comicsgate. By the way, Comics Division is one of the founding fathers and mothers of Comicsgate. All the ladies and gentlemen who were there in the early part of that. Part of England Teen live streams and stuff. He also addresses being fired by the longtime executive collaborators, Disney TV Studios chairman Dana Walden and FX Networks chairman John, who had supported him for the past 18 years from The Shield through Sons of Anarchy. Shield was a great show, man. That was a great show. And it's Mayans MC spinoff and The Bastard Executioner. What pisses me off, what hurts the most, is that John and Dana sat across from me and cited a summary of slanted truth formulated by lawyers and clerks. He wrote, the truth is the suits wanted me gone. I stepped on toes. I bruised egos. And in this Disney regime, that is the second time I have heard that. And from now on, I am now calling Disney a regime.
That totally makes sense.
Yes, it is a regime. It is not a company. It's its own goddamn country. And that's why this video or this live stream is called Chinese Disney Star Wars. I'm dangerous to the wholesome brand. It's not so wholesome anymore, by the way, buddy. And clearly not worth the trouble. So 18 years of friendship, loyalty, and producing quality television was flushed down the drain. They threw me under the fucking bus. Here is Sutter's letter. The big picture, if anyone cares for taking a look. Let me begin by saying I know who I am. I know the impact of my process. I'm intense and passionate. I take what I do very seriously. That's what having vision manifests. And if you fuck with that vision, I'm gonna push back. When I'm right, I let the work speak for itself. When I'm wrong, I own it, make amends, and fix it. I pride myself on having a supportive and empowering set. I try to acknowledge all the hard work everyone does. I'm clear that it's a collaborative effort, and I try to pass the philosophy down to my writers and producers so they do the same. Disney letting me go today was apparently based on data collected by HR and business affairs from writers, producers, cast, and crew. They claim the Intel suggests that I created a climate of hostility, favoritism, and enabling a set where no one's left safe or unappreciated. Oh my fucking!
Oh my God, my safe.
Safe? My God, what is?
I don't feel safe on the set.
This
Wow.
Oh, you know, the fucking, you know what? And we all know what the truth is. The truth is people aren't really that sensitive, but people are really that manipulative.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. And I mean, this is what happens when you hire a bunch of sloppy vaginas to work for you. I mean, because that's the nobody normal talks like that. Nobody talks about the fact that there's a mean man on the set, and we don't feel.
Jeremy, is locker room talk.
Locker room talk.
I would love to meet the person who actually was quoted as saying they don't feel safe working around Kurt Sutter. I mean, seriously. What?
Actually, you'd be the safest working around Kurt Sutter because he's probably the one guy who could kick somebody's ass in that town.
Probably.
I'm not saying it was all sunshine and roses, but I'm close to I'm close to most of those guys, and they love going to work. I'm also not sure how, having been on set maybe 3 times all season, I was able to singularly create that much damage. Man, words are hard sometimes. What I do own, what I see now in hindsight is that detaching myself so much this season was a mistake. I understand how it was perceived as me sticking my head in the sand, and that people felt no one was steering the ship. But that wasn't a management error on my part. It was a creative decision to empower Elgin and the future of the show. The reason I decided to do it was because the network forced me to hire a directing EP to run the production end. So I did. He came in with a lot of experience, and his enthusiasm gave me confidence he could do the job. So with Elgin, the new EP in place, and with John Pear, our great line producer, I stayed focused on story, writing, and post. Never did I think the ship was off course until after mid-season. Then I suddenly was bombarded with unfavorable reports about the tension on set. I am not going to mention names, but I don't want to point fingers. So yes, there were complaints, and ultimately, whoever they are about lands on me to fix. That's when I contacted the network to let them know. They told me they'd look into it and to sit tight. So I did. When I was who I have been hard on this season is the studio and the network. I felt that creative scrutiny of Disney from day one. Notes on scripts and cuts that have been heavy-handed, demanding a level of dumbing down story and inane PC restraints like I've never experienced before. I genuinely fear for the creative future of the storytelling. So I push back hard, no different than I have in the past. In fact, much tamer than I have than I ever was on Sons of Anarchy. However, I was dealing with a person, or I was dealing with personnel who didn't know me and my level of ... passion. Clearly, I ruffled a few mouse ears. I know my role at Mayans MC was going to be greatly reduced. I am handing off the show to Elgin, so it's not the job that's the issue. What pisses me off, what hurts the most, is that John and Dana sat across from me and cited a summary of slanted truth formulated by lawyers and clerks. They blamed my dismissal on the cast and crew. People I care about, people I respect, they had no firsthand knowledge of anything they were saying. They've been on the set, or they've never been on the set or spoken to any of my people. I'm not saying all of the intel was bullshit, but it was bullshit. I'll say it for you, buddy. But I know that's not why I was fired. The truth is, the suits wanted me gone. I stepped on toes and bruised egos. And in this Disney regime, I'm dangerous to the wholesome brand and clearly not worth the trouble. So 18 years of friendship, down the tube, flush down the toilet. I send this diatribe because I feel deeply wronged. They embarrassed me. They created a false narrative that could damage my reputation and career. I want them to understand the depth of that mistake. Talk soon. Thanks. Kurt Sutter.
Wow.
Whoa.
Wow.
What that can be titled is Kurt Sutter validating and confirming everything the Fandom Menace has been talking about.
Yeah. If there's any question about Disney trying to enforce PC culture or spread PC culture, you have your proof.
Yep. Have it right there. And Kurt Sutter's not. He's a straightforward dude, man. And I'm a big fan of him. I'm a fan of his. Like I said, I haven't seen Mayans. I saw some people were saying Mayans doesn't have the same feel as Sons of Anarchy, and I don't know if that has a lot to do with what's going on with what he's saying. But Sons of Anarchy. Has anybody on this panel seen Sons of Anarchy?
I have.
You have. What did you think of it?
I enjoyed it. I didn't watch the full thing. I was traveling a lot when my wife was watching it, so I caught episodes here and there. But I thought it was a really good show.
Yeah, I love it. It's one of my all-time favorite shows, and it's brutal. And it's I can't even fathom the fact that Disney now owns Sons of Anarchy. I can't even believe that. That's cringe to think about. But yeah, that's pretty damning evidence right there. I'm gonna have to do a video on this topic.
Yeah, that this is the Chappelle effect. Unfortunately, it hit Kurt Sutter the wrong way, but him coming out and saying this, Chappelle effect. Yep. I'm not saying it's all Chappelle, but you're going to see more and more actors and actresses feeling more free to say stuff without. He's got nothing to lose at this point, but you're going to start seeing people who are currently employed start saying stuff too when they lose that fear. When they start losing that fear, and that's what's ruling this right now. That's what's ruling the PC culture. That's why they're the wrong side. They rule through fear, tyranny. Mm-hmm. That's all Hollywood knows, by the way. That's why, there's been videos made about this subject. This is why a lot of people from Hollywood really identify with dictators and stuff like that. Those are those kind of people, and that's how they run. Kurt was probably a little dictator on the set, but that's honestly how that shit runs. James Cameron's famously the same way. He's probably mellowed out now, but this is how these things are run. And this guy is doing a biker show. He's not doing Glee. I don't know, but maybe Kurt Sutter has some background with that stuff. Maybe he's had previous experience like some other writers have, and maybe he's from that world. I have no idea who the guy was, but now he's my freaking hero, and I'm going to binge watch Sons of Anarchy for this. And sorry it took me so damn so long.
You're going to love it. You're going to love it. It's you're going to watch this. You're going to be like, there's no way this could exist today. And it only ended a few years ago, but that just shows you how much this nonsense has infected the entertainment industry, and it can go away just as quickly, and it will go away just as quickly once it starts collapsing and they stop making money and their profits start going down.
Oddly enough, it ended right before PC culture really started taking root.
Mm-hmm.
It really started creeping up around 2012, but it it didn't become mainstream yet.
Yeah.
And probably around the end of 2014, 2015,
I think
really when things started happening.
like the year 2012 was the first time I heard the word microaggression. And I'm like, what the fuck is that? What is
Well,
microaggression?
it's really interesting because it kind of correlates to all these digital outlets that start popping up and starting getting really big. So it was kind of like a gradual thing, but it was a lot of the digital outlets that really started pushing all this crap like Vox and Vice and a few others.
At first, I thought it was a joke, but then it started popping up so often that I'm like, oh shit, I better not make any microaggressions.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, and I
Zip the
want to
lips
say like
shut.
really was like the turning point where all the started was Occupy Wall Street.
Yeah, that's a big milestone for sure.
Yeah, what's interesting too is that it really did affect people my age, right, in the 30s, 40s, that really started to buy into all of this, PC nonsense, right? And that's what's really cool as a teacher is I'm seeing the next generation, and they are overwhelmingly rejecting this nonsense.
Like I remember being in middle school and high school and being like, anything politically correct was so uncool, it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Well, back in the 90s when
kids
we
will
started
always be
having it.
against that.
It was a joke. It was made fun of. We got movies like PCU making fun of PC culture.
Yeah.
Even Saturday Night Live, they totally made fun of PC culture back in the 90s. Now they're fucking embracing it.
Yep.
I can dedicate an entire channel on Logan's school curriculum. Like I just got a message today where they're pretty much doing a parent teacher meeting for everybody except for white people.
Are you fucking serious?
I am dead serious.
Oh, how could they not see that as racist, man?
Yeah.
That's the thing that's so hilarious about that.
Well, when has excluding white people ever been racist? Come on.
Yeah, exactly. According to them, I mean it's just their broken logic, and it's again, I believe that I believe we're at a tipping point. I believe that we're getting, like right now with this stuff with Kurt Sutter. I mean, nobody that can objectively look at this story is going to feel good about this and feel right about this. And he's a very, very outspoken person. You know what? I don't know if anybody would have any way of contacting Kurt, but Kurt, if anybody can let him know, you have a seat here on Nerdrotic's channel or Geeks and Gamers. I'm speaking for Gary. I'm pretty sure Gary would not mind.
Oh, hell yeah.
So if you would like to speak to a few 100,000 people, feel free to contact us on Twitter at DDayCobra, at Nerdrotics. You can have an open seat and you can say whatever you want. I would love to have him on. Because I don't think he's the type that's going to be quiet about this. I think he's going to continue to speak out, and I think he's going to have a lot to say. And I can get you the rounds on a lot of different YouTube channels that get a lot of reach. So feel free to contact any of us, and we will get you on, my friend. So
we'll treat you with respect, and to echo what Jeremy said, you can say whatever the hell you want. And this poor guy, his career's in jeopardy now because Disney owns so much stuff. And honestly,
he's probably going to get blacklisted.
Dude, Fox was good. Okay. I mean, Fox, a lot of people question, but creatively, they made some good shit in the last few years. They're one of the ones who, sometimes they pull the plug on it a little too soon. But honestly, Legion was a really bizarre and cool show. Taboo, we got one season, but that was unbelievable television. That was probably the best single season of television ever. Tom Hardy, if you haven't seen it yet, it's by the guy who did Peaky Blinders. It's freaking amazing. Fox has done some good stuff. The Orville, they gave us the Orville. And yeah, things are a-changing and not for the better. And you see Disney lets people run autonomously for a little while, but not forever. And we're seeing that. We're going to talk about it in a little bit with Kevin Feige and his move to Marvel and what that means for Marvel Comics, which, spoilers, it means it's over as we know it within a few years. But this is a big moment. And, I didn't even realize it until yesterday when I first saw this article. I probably should have made a video on it. This is huge that somebody came out and said this. It's refreshing. It sucks that he got fired though. And I've been there. I like after either quit a job in rage, but I mean, it's the same thing, and that, just being being hurt, being pissed, being lied to, and that fucked around in that corporate culture, and Disney destroying creativity right before our eyes.
Yeah, it's everything we've been talking about with Star Wars. You've been talking about with Star Trek, Doctor Who. We're seeing it in the video game industry. We're seeing it all across the board, where it's just this pandering to a bunch of people that don't give a shit about any of this stuff. You know, like, who's gonna watch the Mayans that you're trying to pander to with PC storytelling? You know what I mean? Like,
I almost feel like Rian Johnson could have made a good movie completely on his own, and everything got decided on with a committee where they made absolutely god-awful decisions everywhere they could because they were decided together. So he couldn't. I mean, I may be totally alone in this. I thought Looper was an okay movie. I liked it.
I liked Looper. It wasn't a bad movie.
Like, I don't know. I couldn't believe my eyes when I saw the movie. I'm like, how? How did you do this? How? This is just...
It was obviously written by committee. My previous co-host and I would go back and forth on the story group, and he's like, they don't have a story group. Rian Johnson said it says it's written by Rian Johnson, but no, this story group was planning everything out, and they would, they would give the overarching story for everything.
And I almost felt like they let him keep a couple really bold ideas that totally were out of place once the committee's safe ideas were in place. So it's just a clusterfuck.
They tried to do it like a television show. And honestly, there's certain shows where the writer's room works, but they have to have a strong leader, like a Joss Whedon or something like that, when he was not, completely insane. But
I was about to say, I'm glad
he's off the reservation now.
I was never a fan of Joss Whedon. Everyone
I like his
really
writing.
likes Buffy. I couldn't stand his TV shows.
Oh, Buffy's fantastic. Firefly.
I like Firefly. I feel it was definitely one of his better series, but I think he's a much better filmmaker than he is a running a show, because Serenity was way better than Firefly.
Somebody, and I know you're going to get super chats, but this is a perfect one. FX firing Kurt Sutter is like AMC firing Vince Gilligan for Better Call Saul. 100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Holy shit! Are you serious? Wow.
No, he's saying that's the
equal.
equivalent.
Okay. I thought it did actually happen.
No. Oh my God, that would be an outrage.
Could you
It's
imagine?
like, how did El Camino end up on Netflix and not on AMC? That one boggles my mind.
It's very strange. I did watch that last night. I enjoyed it. It was good. But I want to say on the Rian Johnson point, though, I don't know if I agree with you guys that it was written by committee. I'm not saying you're wrong.
No, maybe you're right. Maybe the guy just sucks ass. I like to entertain all scenarios. Maybe he just is terrible.
I think he came in, and they're like, Rian Johnson directed a couple episodes of Breaking Bad. And he was under good, strong leadership.
He directed the Fly episode, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
and what was the other one? Ozymandias or whatever it's called. Ozymandias, yeah. And so he was under strong leadership from Vince Gilligan. So he was able to execute under the watchful eye of a strong leader. Kathleen Kennedy is an objectively horrible leader in every single possible way.
Dude, the firing of the directors in Solo speaks for its fucking self.
Yes, absolutely. And so she didn't oversee anything. She just let Ryan go and do whatever he wanted. And I believe that's what it was. So in a roundabout way, I'm just saying fuck Rian Johnson.
It was Rian Johnson's decision to toss the lightsaber over the shoulder. It was Rian Johnson's decision to kill the nephew, or try to kill the nephew for the dream. And it was Rian Johnson's decision to suck a
I feel like Rian Johnson never played with Star Wars toys as a kid. Like, he would never make those decisions.
No, he hated people who played with Star Wars toys. It's
he wouldn't make that decision like, hey, why don't we make the lightsaber different? Yeah. Why would you ever fucking do that?
Oh my God. I was watching. Go on.
No, I was going to just to make SJWs upset. Geeks and Gamers is now 30 subs away from 200,000 subs. Lots of tiers.
All right.
We can do it.
So it would be nice if it happens during Friday Night Tights. I'm just saying.
It would be. We're going to get the super chats in just a second, folks. But what was I going to? Oh, I get bored and I dork out. And I was watching old Star Wars toys commercials, which are awesome. My God, take me back to my childhood. Let's get a couple super chats in before we get to our next subject. Because the next subject will be quick because I am not into socio-political topics. I just want to talk about the timing of this announcement. But first, we're going to go to Bird of Prey 5, who is an inspiration. He is a YouTuber. Everybody go subscribe to Bird of Prey 5 due to some unfortunate health issues. He is bedridden, but he has the best attitude in the world. He live streams, he games with the Anti-Trekker. Love you, Bird of Prey 5. He says, Kapla, happy Friday Night Tights for $2. Thank you so much. Then we have Geeks and Gamers' own brand new member to the team, Mary Mayhem, for $2. Jeremy, get out of my pool house, she says.
Congratulations, Mary. Your first video was an overwhelming success. Around 35,000 views as we speak and still climbing. It hasn't even been on the channel for 24 hours. So everybody loved you. I hope that you gained more subs since we spoke last. So please subscribe to Mary Mayhem. She's in the chat right now. I don't know why she doesn't have a wrench because Gary must hate women.
I'm
obviously.
I am taking care of that right now. Hang on just a second. Jesus. Well, I mean, I do hate women, but you know.
So sexist.
But yeah, we really are getting a great team together. I'm very proud of the team we have, and we do a lot of stupid shit behind the scenes and in our little chat threads, and
the chat was funny yesterday.
Yeah.
I still think Odin's Mad Max, but I do.
You will never be able to prove it, Gary.
All right, man, brother. That guy is he's funny though, man. It's like
click on his most recent video right now, just for the first few seconds.
let's do it. Let's take it. Bird of Prey 5. I knighted you as well.
He called Anna that Jeremy girl because
that Jeremy girl. That's hilarious.
That's great. Okay, Mad Max. It's just Matt Movie Talk. There he is. It just pops right up because obviously I watch I don't miss a video.
I have to check this dude out.
His thumbnails are just gold.
Right.
His thumbnails are gold.
That is great. Yeah, I got to show this thumbnail, dude. That is great. Oh man. This is Mad Max Movie Talk, everybody. Right there, that thumbnail right there, dude. It's so good. Oh wait, hang on. I didn't do the audio. Hang on. I want to do that. You think he won't be a dick and strike me? I don't care. If he does, it'll be over for him.
He's been bleeding subs for like the last 3 months since he went after him, so I hope we can push some his way finally.
Yeah. There we go.
Warning.
His intro, yeah.
Still not playing.
It's not?
No, it's playing. We just can't hear the audio.
Oh well, he's got better intro than I do. That's for sure.
No, the audio's not playing. The audio's not playing.
Yeah.
No, it's probably because of headphones.
Yeah, I clicked the box. Can you hear it? Can you hear it? Yes or no? Waiting for it. Boomered. I know I boomered again.
No. Mary says share the audio.
I did. I clicked the little box. We'll do it again.
Gary's
do it again. Oh my Lord, people.
I think he's getting to your head, man. All right. He's just
maybe
he's watching the stream right now. He's like, I'm gonna F with them because
Jeremy
deleted the video.
Get so much out of this. No, still not there. I don't know what's going on.
It doesn't play for all of them.
What's up?
Oh, there it goes.
Warriors, guess what time it is? Mad video. You got car videos, walk videos. Time for a mad response. The woke police are losing their minds because they have nothing to hate on. I know this. I don't know that
nice edit.
7-hour cringe, that 7-hour live stream cringe with that Jeremy girl. Now
did he watch the whole 7-hour stream?
There's two bringing this mayhem of cringe along with Mr. EU Muscles on a live stream. I can't. You know what? Jeremy has a long time said, do your research. I can't watch this cringe. I can only get 40 minutes in. I don't know if she has the receipts or not. And
Okay, for one, he's completely disrespecting Ghost Rider right now. I have to talk over this, but I'm mesmerized. I
don't care. It's because it's a tweeter that's obsessed with tweeting is complaining about tweets for 7 hours.
This is fucking comedy
or
gold.
I don't know what the hell. Does that justify 7 hours of cringe where the top YouTubers of the woke?
But I watched every second of it, but it was cringe. And my pants were around my ankles, but it was terrible.
You went there. I was thinking the exact same thing.
Yeah, dude, restraining order, Ben. Jeremy.
I love that he goes crazy and then he'll calm down to talk, but then he'll go out and yell. And then he'll calm down.
You see him, he wakes up in the morning. Honey, could you get some breakfast? 'Cause I'm really hungry.
And would like some eggs.
All join in to stand by the not that innocent tweeter. And I have a heart that made this video happen. I wasn't going to comment on just the live cringe, which I think my man B-Level, I can't wait to see his live stream. I might be out of town. So I would hop on if I'm not out of town, but I think I'll be out of town then. So check out B-Level. I don't know where he's going because you know how King Jeremy, the White Knight King Jeremy,
he talks about B-Level about as much as he talks about you, Jeremy. So I think there's some major non-heteronormative stuff going on here. Yes.
I want to know what the hell is he talking about? This is so unhinged.
If you had never watched a Geeks and Gamer video, you wouldn't know what the hell he's talking. He's a B-Level, Jeremy. What? But
I like how he comes down just to say, "Oh yeah," because he might be out of town.
I know, right? Thanks for letting us know when B-Level's out of town. And we can go break into his house.
Don't mess with Anna. So I'll see how that goes. I'll be there for the Fallout B-Level, whatever the case. I want to hear how it goes. Besides Geronce's car video with his cringe going after Beyonce.
Oh yeah. By the way, how dare you go after Beyonce, Jeremy? I'm just kidding.
She's stunning and brave,
and brave and stunning.
You know what? Shout out to Jeremy. I actually, the topic of the video I was all about. I was like, yeah, Elton John's calling out the Lion King remake, and then he went on a fake rage rant to try to trigger Beyonce fans, and that just proves to me that the Batwoman videos and the Wokenator videos that are soon to come, the Wokenator videos are coming.
Herminator.
That's my speculating mind.
That's
my speculating mind going off.
I'm a speculationing right now.
The smoke?
So those aren't getting enough views, so we have to bring in and trigger Beyonce fans and then Raylo fans. And how do I know this?
He's thinking that
anyone that's gonna sit.
He's thinking the reason that I criticize Beyonce in my car video is because we're not getting enough views on the channel.
So you need Beyonce fans.
You need to get Beyonce fans. Like I've discussed how bad I hate Beyonce for years now.
Yep.
I think she's the most, like, the only thing Beyonce is good for is her ass, and that's about it. She's not talented, and I just think she's terrible in every way. But the reason I talked about it was because of the Lion King remake and how Elton John, the great Elton John, an actual talented musician, spoke out against it.
Yeah, so I was very happy to see you say something about that. Very happy. I'm a
high school dropout. I'm not as smart as he thinks I am. Really. I mean, he's like,
dude, what is the deal here?
They've been accusing me of bringing Ryan into Geeks and Gamers so we can infiltrate the EU community. Therefore, we can destroy it from within. Like, I'm literally Palpatine to these people.
This is some major conspiracy theory stuff. This guy's got. Wow.
I don't think if you want to keep watching Gary. It's a lot of cringe.
I we'll go for a couple more seconds here. I want to give him too much attention, but it's just funny that he just won't.
Well, I think you should start introducing that. That's my speculating mind.
It's my speculating mind.
Thank you very much.
Mad Max, you caught us during the Geeks and Gamers Fandom Menace board meeting. I was outvoted. I wanted to talk about Pink and get clicks for Pink, but they thought Beyonce was a better choice, and I have to say I agree with them now. So, but let's hear his speculating mind.
Sit and screen cap Twitter for hours on end is planning this shit from the start.
Is he crying?
They know exactly what they're doing. This is what they do all the time. And you know what? Pointing is a big problem on the internet when you have lots of followers. You're pointing, not that innocent. I was just showing my friend. I was showing my friend a cosplay. I don't think so. Pointing and laughing is a lot of what the Fandom Menace is about.
Well, you got us there. You got
Well, if you're not laughing, you're crying.
I think we just got served.
My God.
I think he just inceptioned us, everybody.
I think he did 4D chess, man. He got us.
Yeah.
Somebody said, I bet Jeremy texted Nerdrotic to stop the video. No, I texted Mary Mayhem. She can confirm in the chat. There he doesn't look at his phone or messages during a stream. Can confirm. Look at Gary.
I try to focus on the stream.
I texted him months ago and he never got back to me.
Series. Jeremy is texting Gary to stop the stream.
What did you ask me? What did you ask me, Odin?
I was just saying, hey, this is my number. What's up? And you just never responded to me.
Oh, well, I mean, did you say it's Odin?
I did.
Or did you say, hey, okay.
I'll try and find it while you
text me again. Somebody just text me right now. What does it say?
I text him happy birthday.
Oh, Jeremy just fired me. Jeremy just said I'm fired. No, it's my friend Chris.
So that guy in the mask, I like this chat response. The theory is it's Ryan Johnson behind the mask. I mean,
would that not be that would be a subversion of expectations.
That would absolutely be. I mean, that guy sounded like pretty sharp. He's pretty aware of a lot of things.
I do believe it's probably Odin at this point, though. I think there's a lot of people on it being Odin.
Yeah, I texted you August 28th at 7:30 p.m. I said, hey, man, it's Odin.
Sorry.
And then I texted you on September 4th, if this is the new OBS setup, it looks good and sounds great.
I'm sorry.
Sad face Odin.
A sad face Odin.
I just sent you a sad face. So
you did?
Hopefully you get it.
I got it. Okay, so here's me responding.
What is that fucking picture of a fat ass R2D2 doing on the screen right now? What is that?
Okay, so this is bounding into comics. So Chinese company Tencent expands reach in Western entertainment markets, partners with Disney. So I like how the bounding into comics worded that correctly. Instead of Disney trying to reach out to China reaching out to Disney. I liked this is Drew Taylor. So it's not much about this. They're going to try to. There's a bunch of books that have already been written. They're going to try to maybe do some manga. I'm not sure, but they're reaching out to China because they have no reach there at all. But the timing of this announcement I find very interesting on the heels of the whole Blizzard kerfuffle. Now, my Blizzard days are far behind me. I used to love Diablo, Battle.net, spent hours on Battle.net for Diablo 1 and Diablo 2. And recently during a live stream, one of the winners of a contest announced his support for Hong Kong.
Yeah, that was
now people are calling me. And who was it again? I'm sorry.
Blitzchung.
And then he was immediately suspended and his winnings taken away for a year, but that has been reversed. Today, Jeremy at the Quartering reported on this. We had a letter from Congress denouncing Blizzard, signed. I can't believe AOC signed it, and now I'm blanking on his name. The Republican guy from Florida, Mark Rubio. Thank you,
Mark Rubio. Okay.
Mark Rubio. They both signed it. It was a little dated, but they signed it, and Apple had to bend the knee on an app.
That shit's ridiculous.
Then we have the NBA stuff, and there's a great live stream on Sports Wars. Did you keep it listed, Jeremy?
Yep.
Okay. There's a great live stream on Sports Wars that I watched talking about the whole LeBron NBA thing. And now we have Disney announcing this just right after that. And this is on top of, I don't know how many of you watched the South Park episode Canceled in China.
Oh, that was a great episode, man.
Great episode.
Good.
That was like old South Park, man. That was,
Still haven't watched it. I know I need to watch it though.
So good.
Yeah, I don't want to spoil it for you, but Mickey Mouse has a prominent role in it. It's brilliant in every way. And a lot of the things that we cover here in the Fandom Menace, that finger pointing we do is done in that. And this is the problem creatively Disney's going to find themselves in. This is why it's very good that we talked about the Kurt Sutter issue too. It's twofold. We got PC Hollywood, which generally doesn't play in China very well. And Warner Brothers is recognizing this, by the way, with Aquaman and Shazam. And frankly, I was thinking about it this morning. I've liked more DC movies this year than Marvel movies. I like Shazam.
Absolutely.
And I liked Joker. And I only liked partially Endgame. Although if you listen to Comic Division's our review on that, it sounds like we hated the movie, dude. It totally sounds like we hated the movie. But did we lose Alex?
I think he just turned his camera off. Had stepped away for a minute.
I don't want to get super political, but I'm about freedom. I'm about free speech and what Hong Kong is, doing. We certainly don't want American companies selling out our free speech and right to free expression for a few bucks. But we're seeing this, and this is going to be this has just started, and it's going to get worse next year. And we're going to see what happens. But just to show how hypocritical Disney is. They try to come out and say they virtue signal all the time. They won't produce anything in Georgia or North Carolina, one of those states, but they are perfectly happy working in China.
Yeah, that's so hilarious.
The quartering content on that has been pretty amazing, spot on. Like literally, they do not care about your feelings. They don't care about what's politically correct. They care about making more money and more markets. So now they're caught in a rock and a hard place, and they're like, do we appease? Who do we please now?
Well, I'm really happy about the LeBron James side of things because LeBron. Let me be clear. I think he's the second greatest basketball player I've ever seen. I respect him as an athlete. I respect him as a family man.
I love the respect of saying second best.
Well, he'll never be first. He'll never touch Jordan. It doesn't matter. So, but he's a good family man and everything like that. He is a piece of shit, though, when it comes to how he has virtue signaled so hard against the president of the United States, how he has acted like he cares about oppressed people. He's invented this fake narrative that there are oppressed people in the United States, and he's standing up for them. They refuse to go to the White House. He makes these claims where I posted the video to my Twitter account where it's this new clip from the new NBA 2K game, and he's sitting down talking to this young black kid, and he's talking about like people all over the globe are oppressed, and we got to be there for them, not when it's convenient, yada yada yada. And it's just like, oh my god, dude, like really?
God, and he's supporting China. The irony.
Yeah, and now he has. And this is the problem with it. It's not LeBron James' job. It's not any athlete's job to take a political stand on an issue. It's not.
Yeah.
It's their job to shut up and dribble, which is what LeBron James said he's not going to do. Who was it from Fox News? That anchor, blonde woman. I can't remember. Not Megyn Kelly. Not Megyn Kelly. She was going to be the White House press secretary.
Laura
Ingram. And so she said LeBron needs to shut up and dribble when he was going after Trump. And he said, I will not shut up and dribble. I am more than an athlete. It is my duty to stand up against oppression. It is my duty, yada, yada, yada. Bullshit. You ain't standing up for nothing because there's nothing going on here in this country. And now this is the problem. He's facing real oppression in a communist country. And because he makes too much money in that country, and what did he do? The China government told them to shut up and dribble and not talk to the media, and that's exactly what LeBron James did. He is a complete phony, hypocrite. He's a textbook SJW. I have no respect for him.
Jeremy, that's could easily be a case of severe cognitive dissonance, though, where he actually is paralyzed by like, oh fuck, I guess I can't actually have an opinion here. He just
he knows where his checks are coming from.
Yeah. Just wait until Space Jam 2 comes out.
I like
Exactly.
I like what Dave Portnoy said. Dave Portnoy, founder of Barstool Sports, one of my heroes. And Dave was doing an interview with Tucker Carlson, and he says, look, this is about money. He says, I'm not gonna lie. If China can guarantee I can sell 1 billion T-shirts, I might bend the knee to China too, but I'll admit it. He's like,
true.
If you can guarantee me 1 billion shirts, I'll just go ahead. I'll retire. I'll buy me an island, and people can hate my guts, and I'll be on my island, and I won't know anything. But he's like, LeBron is putting this image out that he cares, and he really doesn't care. He cares about his money. That's all he cares. And
all this comes to light based on people's commentary on the protesting in Hong Kong, basically, right? That's where all this has come from.
And it's getting serious. I mean, we have a listener, a friend out there, John Tnet. He pops into my chats. He's on Doomcocks all the time, and he's there. He's living that, and it's a complex situation, for sure. But I'm always going to lean towards the side of freedom. I know that's just stupid, but I will. But John Tnet, he's been put in danger sometimes, and he's just trying to do his job. And that's and you know what they did the next day? They started burning LeBron jerseys. So
I thought that was so hilarious.
Yeah, people in Hong Kong will pay for a lot of that stuff, and that's the financial center, and that's so. Consistency. That's all we're asking for. He can say what he wants about the president, but then what Jeremy just said, all of a sudden you're just gonna, now you're gonna shut up. Now you're gonna shut up when the chairman tells you to do that.
I just got Beyonce fan hate mail on Instagram.
Oh God.
First of all, Beyonce is a legend. You mad because you don't got as much money as her. Don't ever disrespect her again. You a bitch. You racist ass bastard. Crackers these days. What if I said that about a white person? You just did.
No one would give a shit.
No one would care.
Beyonce's overrated.
Cracker. You can call you Peckerwood.
Go ahead, call out Fiona Apple, please. Tell me Fiona Apple sucks, and I'll be okay with
it.
Dude,
if someone talks shit
Taylor
about
Swift, talk shit about
no.
Taylor Swift. I'm cool with that, dude. Totally cool with it.
Fan, I've made 150 Brie Larson videos saying much worse about Brie Larson.
That's true.
Okay, but anyway, let's see. It says, well, guess what? I'ma defend my black nation. Black girls rock. Do you know what is black people had to go through back in the day? Because you crackers do know. Queen Bee will forever ride, and that's on period and
what the
trust.
fuck does that have to do with Beyonce? What
garbage? You look like garbage. White people swear they the shit, but yet what black people was the one who helped y'all. People get to space. Go watch Hidden Figures. A black man was the first to perform heart surgery, but want to say she was worse than garbage, and gave me the OK symbol, which is apparently white supremacy. So yeah, that's awesome. I'm gonna post that to Twitter.
Yeah, I like Zazie Beetz.
Yeah, Zazie Beetz is pretty damn hot, man.
Oof.
That definitely sounds like a troll email to my ears, my untrained ears.
The person
troll.
The person in the picture seems to be a young person, so I'm not going to show their information.
Yeah,
but it's a good troll.
It's a good one. It's great.
I was not aware of what you went through. Thanks for letting me know on Instagram. I am consider me educated. Just want to check in on our good friend Anas Abdin. We are so close to the goal. We are at $19,126 raised. We had a $20,000 goal. Of course, I want to repeat that I'm trying to temper expectations. This is to get the ball rolling. We are helping him fight a plagiarism lawsuit against a $1 billion corporation. And it's a giant uphill battle. It doesn't mean you don't fight it. It doesn't mean you don't try. And it was because of you. He can attempt to, he has every right to appeal this decision under the law. And we are going to try to help him. I want to shout out Nick Ricada bringing this subject up. And of course, Nick's fair. He's a lawyer about that stuff. So I don't know if he knows who I am, but thank you, Nick, for bringing that stuff up. And all the YouTubers who brought it up, Anti-Trekker and Tom, of course. Tom has done great work. Rob, Mecca, Doomcock, Jeremy, for letting me put a video up there. Anna has been shouting it out too. That Star Wars girl. Thank you, everybody. And honestly, with the income from the 2 live streams I did and the ad revenue and stuff, I think we're there. But if we could get there like on the GoFundMe, that would be great. Again, none of this money is going to me at all. I don't touch it. It goes to his lawyers, and I'm going to be transparent about everything, and you will see it all. Just pay attention to my Twitter. All right. Thanks, guys, for letting me do that. Thank you, everybody.
Comics is back. We lost Comics.
We lost Comics, but now he's back.
Yeah. I don't know what the hell happened, but my browser's something happened. Try again.
Also, Al Bundy wants to correct you in the chat. It's that Jeremy girl.
I sit corrected, Al Bundy. Thank you. That Jeremy girl, that's gonna stick.
That's hilarious.
That's gonna stick.
Dude, he is good at giving all of us nicknames. Mr. E Muscles, so good. I love Mad Max.
You tried to tell him during the live stream. I will try to tell him again, dude. You're wasting your talent. You are. I mean, you have talent to go somewhere on this, but because you do have to have a bit of an obsessive nature to be a good YouTuber. But honestly, it's great for Jeremy. You're helping Jeremy. Mm-hmm. So
we are 12 away. Matt,
12 subs away from 200,000. Come on, people.
We can do it.
It's not hurting us. So, but I enjoy it. Please don't stop at this point. Let's see.
That's it. Okay, so
exactly, Modalicious. What Jeremy said about Bieber was way worse than anything he said about Beyonce. Because I said that Justin Bieber. What did I say? I said Justin Bieber is a better female entertainer than Beyonce.
Guys, think about that.
That's hilarious.
We lost Alex, by the way.
Yeah, we lost Coot.
Hello.
There we go.
Okay, I think the same thing that happened to Comics happened to me. I don't know what the hell that was. Something's going around here.
It's YouTube, man. They're trying to suppress us.
I'll be right back.
Maybe. No, there's also StreamYard was I was trying to do the Exozone on Thursday and it kept kicking me off, and I think it's having browser issues. They are trying to improve their connection, they said. So
I admit I lost all the comments and I tried to click on it, and then that's where the problem started. So it was partially my fault.
It's all right. It's all good.
Yeah.
What I usually do is if you're watching the video, there's these little 3. You can pop out the comments. You probably know that. You can. I always pop out the comments. And
no, I haven't. I have not seen that yet. I'm clicking around. I'm afraid now, but I'm
so if you see top chat, where you see top chat and live chat, go all the way to the right. There's 3 little dots there.
Yeah.
Right click on that, and it'll say
pop out chat.
Oh yeah.
All righty, let's get some super chats till Jeremy comes back. That Jeremy girl, that Jeremy guy, that Jeremy. That sounds like a sitcom. That Jeremy girl. I like that.
Yeah. There's one thing that really quickly just occurred to me since we're rolling off the whole China thing. It makes me wonder. So they have books by Chuck Wingdings. Windig is his real name, but I like calling him Wingdings because that's what he is. Mm-hmm. All this stuff has SJW content in it, like, gay relationships and stuff like that, because he's really big on pushing stuff like that. So it makes me wonder, are they going to go and censor these books when they go and release them in China, which they probably will.
They do.
Absolutely will. And I think we should keep an eye on that. And if we have any listeners in Hong Kong, John T-Net, if you can get some of those books, I'll give you the cheddar. And if we can compare them and see the edits, that would be brilliant.
If we could get calling out Disney for pushing social agendas here, but censoring themselves for the Chinese money, that would be a huge story.
Well, they've already done that, haven't they? For the life of me, I can't remember, but I want to say they censored a lesbian relationship.
I'm sure they did. If anybody could throw that news my way, that would be great.
Switchpoint was the one who brought it up.
All of this whole thing is an extension of those stickers that went around that said Islam was right about women or whatever. And people were what the fuck does that mean? And people didn't know what to make of it. Now, this is China is almost the same situation, except they have a huge piece of our economy. involved. So now people are really listening.
Yeah.
But it's the same idea, really.
It really is. And you know what? Who didn't see this problem coming eventually?
Right.
And the movie business to say, you know who's funding the streaming wars? China. I mean, honestly, if it wasn't for China, cinema might be dead already in theaters. Quite honestly.
This is true.
Well, it's because they actually start needing to making content for Americans again.
Dude, you know what the most fucked up thing is the in the background fin that's like turned white. When I saw that poster, I like couldn't believe that shit. I'm like, what the fuck? Just the fact that even is the marketing materials have to be changed completely in order to release the film. Like, how do you live with that?
Well, I remember when The Force Awakens came out, there was a big stink about them changing the poster for China and making the fins smaller. And, you know, they're all screaming racism at Disney, but no one bothered to call out China. Not that China would give a fuck.
Right.
Nope. Fan Annex a film for $5 says Fig Tao. Fandom going their own way.
Yeah,
yes.
That was hilarious.
Yes. All out of bubblegum for $5. Hello, gentlemen. Long live the Fandom Menace. Thank you, my friend. And yes, long live the Fandom Menace. I mentioned in my last video, I know I haven't done a ton of videos, but they're coming. I got to pick my battles here. It's been kind of slow, to be honest with you. But as far as the Fandom Menace, this will be the final battle for Star Wars, in my opinion. Come what may.
Hang on, Gary. I got to stop you. Christie's message deleted by the Google moderator team.
Yeah, that's happened before too on one of my streams where one of her comments was deleted by.
Just a hair and look at Christie's message deleted by the Google moderator team.
I've never seen that before.
I have. It happened to Christie once before.
Christy, DM me what your message was.
Yeah,
please. Yeah, what the hell, guys?
Wow,
or gals. Sorry, Christy. Let me know what you said. And we'll see if I can say it out loud. But the Fandom Menace is always going to be around. They're fighting other battles besides Star Wars. There's a Star Trek wing. There's a Doctor Who wing. There's going to be a Watchmen wing starting this Sunday. It's not just Star Wars, but I think Star Wars isn't moving forward anymore for the time being. It's going to be prequels or thousands of years in the past. And I don't know if the story is going to move forward anytime soon. So this is the final battle for Star Wars. And at least, if you have this fight, we change Disney's mind. They won't screw up like Knights of the Old Republic. Ultimately, though,
dude,
Lucas screwed up and there's no fixing it. There is no fixing it.
She just posted a link to my channel. That's what got deleted.
What? That's bull crap, dude. What the fuck?
Hang on a second.
Is it because I say YouTube sucks all the time? Are they salty about that? Because YouTube sucks.
Wrong think detected. Comment deleted.
That's crazy, dude.
Yeah.
What do you guys? Okay, if you're watching, what are you guys doing? Like that's lame. Odin is a high school teacher. He's a godly man, and there's his channel right there. Don't you be deleting that stuff. That's my channel.
Wow.
Maybe it was done by mistake.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. But still, they're watching.
It's got to be a bot. It's got to be, right? They aren't actually watching. If you are, don't forget to hit that like button. There we go. So, back to the super chat. Oh, I lost them because I was getting Odin's. Christy, thank you for all the hard work you do, by the way. I'm sorry that happened. And thanks for putting that link in. You're awesome. Joker spoiler. I don't know if I should read the rest of this for $5. Let me pre-read it first. Okay. Which parts do you guys think? Which parts do you guys think are real, or which parts do you think were in his mind? The movie was great, wasn't it? Luke Stryker for $5. Thank you for the $5, Luke. The movie was great. Mm-hmm. And it was, Jeremy was right. Upon second viewing, it got better. It turned into a classic for me.
Yeah.
So as vaguely as you can, gentlemen, we'll go around the horn here. Jeremy, was it all in his head or just parts?
I'm going to just say just parts. And I think that's the fascinating thing that you, the viewer, have to sit there. And it's kind of like Inception, where Nolan kind of left it up to the audience to decide if that ending was real or not. And there's no definitive way. It's up to the audience to determine what they believed is real versus what was in his head.
Comics.
I see a muted microphone.
Okay. Who's next? Odin?
I personally think it was just parts. I think that there's certain things that were revealed that seem to indicate that. I think it is a lot of it is left up to interpretation, which is why it's really great. And that's why I love it, because how often do we get films that we can talk about after the fact and we can debate and discuss, right? I feel like it's almost been since Christopher Nolan's Inception that we got a film that was like that. Maybe there's been others that I'm forgetting, but in all
Dark Knight
honesty,
Rises, kind of.
Yeah, but Dark Knight Rises sucked. I mean, so
No, it didn't. No,
yeah,
it didn't. No,
it did.
No, it didn't.
Jeremy, are you getting salty?
I will say,
my name is Bane. I talk like this. Aren't I scary?
Rises has a lot of problems that the Dark Knight and Batman Begins don't have. I will fully admit that, but I still very much enjoy Rises.
It's better than most crap films that come out, for sure. But in comparison,
Jeremy, remember when we were filming the video with the action figures? We kept doing the Batman voice like after like 14 hours.
Oh yeah, where is it? Where is the trigger?
So good.
That was
Alex,
the worst
did you see
Batman
Joker?
voice ever.
No, I'm dying to see it. I have not seen it yet. I'm in the middle of it.
In case you're wondering why he looks like he's in a bunker, he's been moving.
Yeah,
and so that's why.
I'm in the middle of moving, so
yeah.
I'm using my 2014 MacBook camera here. So,
Comics division.
Yeah.
Was all of that movie or parts of it in his head, or none?
That's the question, isn't it? I don't know. I kind of flip back and forth. I kind of feel like once you get to the end, you're like, this all just happened in his head. But it's hard to tell, man. It's hard to tell. That's the thing I like about it, is they don't give you a definitive answer, and they leave you with enough questions, as they should with a Joker origin story. Whether what is truth, what is not. I don't know. I need to watch it again. I've only seen it once.
After watching this, you remember those Earth 1 stories that came out?
Yeah.
It kind of reminded me, I know it's a Black Label, but it kind of reminded me of one of those. So it's a superhero origin. So no, it was not all in his head. Some stuff, but it was just the stuff that was represented. And plug your ears, Alex. Plug your ears. There's one scene at the very end that doesn't have him there. He's not there, physically there. You can't have a delusion without you being there. You can't have a narcissistic delusion without you being part of the story.
That's a very good point.
Give me an okay symbol when you guys are done talking about it. Okay.
Sorry, am I a white supremacist now?
You are.
I don't know what you're talking about. I just want to know.
Yeah, is this also white supremacy? If I turn the OK symbol into a mask?
I think that's like code for the Klan hood or something.
Okay. I don't know what the hell you guys are talking about. I just want an okay symbol.
Well, you realize now I gave Black Panther an 8 out of 10, and I was called a Klans member for that score.
Jesus Christ.
That's a true story.
That's too high of a rating. That movie is like a 6.5.
Yeah.
Well, I've only seen it once, and I enjoyed it, and I'm sure if I watched it again, because I'm the type of person, I do need to see movies a couple times, just to kind of, like I said with the Joker, and there's movies I've watched that I didn't like the first time, and then the second time I watched them, because when you watch a movie the first time, especially a highly anticipated movie or a movie that's been hyped up a lot, you're watching it for what you want it to be. And then after you watch it, then the second time you're watching it for what it's supposed to be. And that can either make the movie fall apart or it can make it get much better. So I guess it speaks volumes that I have not watched Black Panther a second time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I honestly think that
either.
Michael B. Jordan was the best part of that movie.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was. They didn't go far enough with that character, though. That should have gone much darker than it did.
I agree.
It was okay. I agree with your assessment. Comics 7. I came out of it thinking I enjoyed it, but again, I haven't felt the need to watch it again or purchase it, which is rare for a Marvel movie for me.
The biggest problem I had with it is I found T'Challa boring. You know,
he was
there's like
he was really
so
boring.
many better characters. This is his movie.
He was better in Civil War, and
he was way better in Civil War.
Matt McGloin was the first person to point this out, or just to remind me of it, from Cosmic Book News, when he was bringing up the Perlmutter Feige fight and how Perlmutter largely got thrown under the bus. To this day, they're spinning narratives out there that aren't necessarily true.
Like
and
him being
about
racist,
like him being racist. Yeah, that he doesn't care. Other people make those decisions. He just, but he makes merchandising decisions, not really. And listen, his merchandising decisions were right, by the way. Sorry to break. I mean, look at all those Captain Marvel toys that sold. But I digress. He was pointing out that that Kevin Feige took over at Civil War. That's fundamentally when he took over the MCU. So you got to look at everything before that. And quite honestly, the year before that was when they had their best year, when we got Guardians and Winter Soldier. You know, and since Civil War, which I know Mahler loves that, but I like it. I think it's good.
It too. I
think
like
it's
it.
flawed,
It's
but
got problems, but it's an enjoyable film.
Yep.
But it hasn't been really great. I mean, Infinity War was great, but Ant-Man and Wasp sucked. I mean, I'm to the point where it sucked now. I didn't like it that much when it came out, and I like it less now. Captain Marvel sucked. I don't like the Spider-Man Sony films at all. And Endgame did not age well at all with me. Upon my second viewing, I liked it less. Third viewing, I liked it even less. And I don't own it, and I won't own it, but I own Infinity War. And Dubkov was right when he did his review on that. He said if they ended it right here, it would be great.
Yep.
And it would have been, but they didn't.
But Gary, how could you say that about my movie?
I'm so sorry.
It wasn't made for you.
I'm not. No,
Okay,
it
Gary.
wasn't.
Look, it wasn't made for you.
Gary.
Even though I totally own all those comics, because I do.
Gary, did you see the picture with me and the 40-year-old man that the movie wasn't for? That saw the movie 140 times.
Oh, that was
Gary?
hilarious. It's like
That was yeah. I mean, I swear that was get in the van with candy guy right there.
for sure, man. It's like no matter how many times you see the movie, she's not gonna sleep with you, dude.
Could somebody pull that picture up for me? I'd love to see it, or DM it. I haven't seen it. It reminds me of when Captain Marvel was at the screening and she went in front of all those Captain Marvel cosplayers, and all I thought about, it was the same thing with Doctor Who when Jodie Whittaker went to all the Jodie Whittaker cosplayers, and it was just this sea of blonde white women. And you're all diversity, yay!
Hey, Gary,
Huffington Post got called out for something like that. Look at all this diversity. It's like all these white women.
I want to give Skyman Universe a shout out. He's in the chat right now. He literally looks like Thor. If you've ever, he literally looks like Thor. He's got a good Star Wars channel. So I haven't seen
Fat Thor.
No, it's badass Thor.
Yeah,
he's really
Infinity War Thor, not Endgame Thor.
Yeah, he definitely does. But good to see him in the chat. So
who's in the chat? Oh, sorry, hang on.
Skyman Universe.
Oh, what's up? Yeah, definitely give him a shout out for sure. Hey, and thanks for coming in. I appreciate it. By the way, Thor: Love and Thunder, he's still gonna be fat.
Yeah, I know. I saw that.
He's still gonna be fat. All right, let's get to a couple more.
Does anyone ever talk about Logan anymore? I liked that movie. It was a long fucking time ago. Was it a big miss with the fan?
No, I think people love it, but for some reason they don't talk. Like everybody loves the movie, but it doesn't get talked about as highly as I believe it should.
It's depressing as hell. That's why.
It was very sad. Very sad.
Yeah, my review was like that was probably one of the best superhero movies I'll never see again.
You don't want to watch it again to go through that again.
No. Well, yeah. I mean, I'm sorry, spoilers, but like that's how the X-Men go. Professor X pretty much wipes them out.
Yeah,
dude, it's like the most heartbreaking thing ever, and it's great. But
the fact that he keeps saying Sunseeker, like that stuff. I mean, that movie was legitimately sad. I agree.
It's tough, but also one of the best superhero movies I'll never see again. Fan Addicts, by the way, the Atlantean for $10 gives us a fist pump, says, "Good evening, gentlemen. Good evening to you, and thank you for the $10 super chat. I greatly appreciate that." Fan Addicts of Film again. By the way, longtime backers of my channel, patrons, thank you so much. The narrative of incels is falling apart. We are people who will create our own stories for us and others to enjoy. For $5, yes, the incel thing was there. Jeremy and I were talking about this on a live stream. Remember, Jeremy, when we said, what's going to be their argument? They can't do Russian bots again. They can't call us istophobes. It was incels.
It was incels. Yeah, that's going to be the big thing when, the Rising of Skywalker comes out.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Jaeger Bombs asking me for $5. Heard about the rumors from Doomcock. Star Wars is going through 75% reshoot. While I take it with a grain of salt, how plausible is said rumor? Solo 2.0. I love my boy Doomcock. I'm gonna shoot it straight. I heard the same rumor and I didn't run with the video. And
he did at least report it as rumor.
Yeah.
I and he even said it was potentially bait. And that's kind of how also I feel about the whole thing with Freddie Prinze Jr. I feel he's also bait.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I agree with you on Freddie Prinze Jr. A little bit. I think the timing of that was the whole Anna Freddie Prinze Jr. thing. It just seems to me like it's about time to ramp stuff up. The trailer's about to come out. Now the trailer did get delayed, I heard.
I thought it was supposed to drop Monday.
So Doomcock is somebody, and I watched the video and he totally said it was a rumor and he said he's not sure if he believes it. You got to think about it like this. If they're reshooting 75% of the film with 64 days left, that means you're calling every actor back. That means you're calling every crew member back. And I think some of these actors are already on to their next projects. I think that might be an exaggerated thing they were reshooting as of September 11th, which was just over a month ago. So that wasn't that long ago.
Also the other big thing too is that if you're talking about 70% of the film, you realize that the vast majority of the film is CG, and the problem with that timeline is that you cannot render those effects even at 2K resolution in that amount of time. So it's very unlikely.
Hey, Gary, can I say what I know?
Absolutely, yes.
It's not true. It's 100% not true. I've got it confirmed from my Lucasfilm source. So, and I didn't even know about it, until I was notified of it. It is not true.
Yeah.
Like I said, it smells like bait to me.
But with that said, I don't have a problem with Doomcock running forward. Like I ran with that Tom Holland might be Tom Holland Spider-Man might be Brie Larson's love interest rumor because we don't know. I mean, if I didn't have my direct contact, I wouldn't be able to confirm that, And I don't use my Lucasfilm sources for much. So,
but I haven't heard you mention it in a long time. So I mean,
I know people who work there. I just never reached out to them.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like to. Again, I get told a lot of things, but I don't run forward with them.
Yeah,
same here. People reach out to us. People reach out to Doomcock. People reach out to him all the time. Me all the time. But we are fans talking here, so it's totally okay for him to make a video and speculate on it. And again, I can believe that there's some reshoots going on.
Yeah, how does he answer the phone?
There has been.
Does he go, hello? Does he do the voice when he answers the phone? Or?
You know what? Check this out. Check this out. Okay. I, because of my conversation with you, Alex, I sent Doomcock my number.
I feel like he would have a really good singing voice. He sounds like a performer.
I'm just, and this was like 3 or 4 days later after I sent him my number, I told him to call me.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, I'm just around the house, and all of a sudden, my phone rings. I didn't know. Hello, Jeremy. I'm like, who the fuck is this? It's like, Doomcock. I'm like, what? Doomcock is calling my phone? This is the greatest thing ever. It kind of freaked me out a little bit at first, and then we started talking. So,
so it's not like who's the guy that does the Iago voice, the fucking classic '90s, like he. What is this? Like that voice. Like
What are you talking about?
Yeah, he turns it off when he's talking normally, though. I'm wondering the same about Doomcock. What is that guy's name? He's such a classic, though. I can't believe I don't recall his name.
Someone in the chat will probably.
Since we
Gilbert
have
Godfrey.
Yes, exactly.
we have 1,500 people watching, I will announce here again. I will be doing a car video with Lord Doomcock in the next month. I'm working it out, but I am driving to the center of the Earth. And it's going to be a
dude. That's a long ass drive, man.
It is a long drive. It is a long drive, but it's going to be worth it to do a car video. With
Wait, so where are you driving again?
Center of the Earth.
Okay, so if you happen to stop by Tennessee on the way, you can say hi to me.
I can. Yeah.
Unlike when you went to Comic-Con and abandoned me.
All I know is last time I hung out with you in New Orleans, you were really scared. I think
you were insane.
You had to spend a little bit of extra time in church because look, I don't know what the big deal was.
I showed you my church too, Jeremy.
Cruise for hookers in New Orleans. It's a normal thing to do. I don't know what the problem is.
Finding that Darth Vader though was perfect. It really was.
It really was. And yeah, so anyway, I want to let everybody know that the Doomcock car video will be happening. It will be upon us very soon.
Also, Jeremy, sub count.
We are 12 away right now.
Still 12?
12 away right now. Now again, you know how this actual count does fluctuate a lot since we don't have the live counter anymore.
That's right.
So it does kind of it could be over.
He's getting all technical on you now.
Yeah, I heard that. So
we got Josiah in the back. Let's there.
More white people.
Hey. I saw that this stream could use a little bit more toxic, masculine Christian stuff going on here. So
bearded content.
Well, yeah. I'm leaving.
We only had one bearded Christian on the stream, so I thought we were doing another one.
I'm leaving in 20 minutes, so I don't know if we're going to be able to cross that threshold. I got another live stream I got to join because Gary was running too late today.
I think someone's asking why the camera is covered in Vaseline. This is a really good question.
It's because of that Kathleen
I literally
Kennedy,
can't make this better.
Earlier.
Did you try to?
Oh my God!
No,
it's actually making it worse.
Yeah, get a little tissue.
Can we play some Stone Temple Pilots Vaseline right now?
Give me a second.
Yeah, I can't stay for very long either. I mean, I'm slaving away for Jeremy right now as well, so I can't stay for super long, but I thought I'd hop in here for a little bit. So
one ring to rule them all. This is right here.
It really is making
yes.
Oh, look, it looks better. All right,
is it better?
Yeah.
Oh wow, it's like super clear.
Crystal clear, huh?
Yeah, HD
glass cleaner.
It's like going from a PewDiePie's camera to Marzia's camera.
That's a good step up.
Man.
Proper Jeremy's here for $2, and he just says yes.
Yes.
So make up your own question.
Did you
that he's answering?
Did you get to the super chat that was talking about my Instagram link?
Not yet, no. Okay. But I can. I'll try to get to anything addressing you before you go.
I just wanted to let they sent a super chat saying the Instagram link on my website was broken, so I've already sent it to my webmaster. As soon as I saw that come in, it will be fixed by the end of the night. So thank you for letting me know.
Yeah, thanks. I love it when you guys let us know stuff like that. That's brilliant. Gary, the YouTubes can be tricky, huh? Boomer Vision says Southeastern Kaiju for $2. Indeed.
So what's up with this nonsense I'm seeing of a link to Odin's channel getting deleted by YouTube or something?
Yeah,
it was insane. Yeah,
that was weird.
Apparently, like they put like the praying symbol next to it too, and that triggered Google. Yeah. So,
oh man, wow.
But then I told him he's hung out with me looking for hookers in New Orleans, and they're like, oh, okay, he's good. He's not as toxic as we thought.
He just asked for forgiveness. It makes everything okay.
And they were like, and when I told him that, they're like, oh, so he's a CEO and executive in Hollywood, like because that's what all Hollywood executives do is look for hookers. But then they get in front of the cameras and talk about they respect women.
Oh, they're way past the hooker stage. They're jaded. They're looking for much darker things than that.
Yep. That is true.
Apocrypha for $1.99 says, "Hail, can't wait for your review of The Wokeman on Sunday, Gary." Well, thank you. That's a perfect time for me to plug The Inquisition, 7:15 p.m. Pacific time. Doomcock and I will be, just like Game of Thrones, live right after Watchmen. and it's probably not going to be pretty, folks. I tell you that right now. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'll try to give it a good chance. I'm in the process of rereading the comic book. I will be up to date. Now, this is a sequel to the comic book, so it's a sequel to a movie or TV show you've never seen. So yeah, they're referencing the squid and everything, but the Access Media absolutely loves it. It is their favorite thing since
it's
sliced
going to
bread.
be as boring as Batwoman, probably.
It's going to be, well, you know what it's based on, right? The inspiration for it was a racially motivated massacre in Tulsa, Oklahoma. So they're centering the whole thing in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Yeah.
Okay.
And it's from Damon Lindelof of Lost. So
I know.
Bonks for £10 says Doomcock got a super chat and you deserve one too. So here it is. Please make a video about creating comics and the industry Mahler style, creating greetings from Germany. You know, I could do that. I could totally do that. That'd be great. That'd be fun. I'd have fun doing that. You might be the only person who watches it, but I would definitely do that. Comics are in a bad way. I need to get through some super chats, but our next subject before Jeremy leaves, I want to talk about Kevin Feige and Marvel Comics and what because he took Joe Quesada's job straight up. That's a big deal. Oh boy, did that jump on me. Whoa.
Did he really? Holy shit.
Yeah, because Joe Quesada was the CCO. And now Kevin Feige is the CCO.
Why can't he have taken Tom Brevoort's job?
Unfortunately, Brevoort's still there, and so is Buckley. But thank you, Bonks, for the £10. Echo Base Network, Nicholas Glenn and the coach. Great Phantom Menace YouTubers right there, $4.99. Hail, Alex. I was on tour with Gary Nichols, who won his first Grammy in 2016.
Wow.
So welcome from a fellow musician and fellow Fandom Menace member.
See, this is the first time I've shown my face around anything Fandom Menace related. That's good to hear.
That's awesome. I did not know that.
You are now forever tainted.
Yeah.
So I'm going to try to find the original Deadline article because it's got it in there. So, and I won't read the whole thing. Everybody knows about the news right now, but I want to talk about how this impacts Marvel Comics because this is a big deal. So DC Comics recently moved from New York to the West Coast to be close to the entertainment division. And they did a bunch of reorganizing that screwed some creators, and then they kind of made up for that. Marvel is about to do the same thing. We're getting very close to the comic industry, the retail industry dying. And this is a move to get us closer to that. Kevin, for one, I don't know how this affects his Star Wars status. I don't know how you could oversee Marvel Comics, Marvel Television, the MCU, and Star Wars. I don't know how that's possible for one person.
Is he actually overseeing Star Wars? I thought he was just going to do a movie.
He's doing a film. He's producing it, so that's overseeing it.
Okay, fair enough.
But a lot of people were talking about him taking over Star Wars. Do you think that that's not happening now?
It's a possibility still. I think that
it's gotta be. It's gotta be.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad.
I think the thought process was that he was going to come in, take over, and then basically delegate. And so he wouldn't be the main person in charge like he has been for the MCU, but he'll just be like the top dog. So he's not going to be the creative charge. He'll put other people in charge of those things instead.
Yeah, I mean, I've just heard not on one of my solid sources, but I have heard that the idea is for Feige to take over after the Rise of Skywalker, but that's not a solid source. But even outside of what I've heard, just my gut feeling and my guess is that he will eventually be taking over Lucasfilm. Star Wars is too big of a property. There's too much money tied up into it. There's too much potential money on the table for them not to put someone like him in charge of that universe, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and considering Disney has fucked Star Wars right now, they need to course correct. But let's be honest, the damage has been done, and it's not like it's going to be any different. I mean, after all, he's part of the reason why the MCU is getting woke. So why would it be any different with Star Wars?
Yeah, true.
I agree. Manga is kicking American comics ass again, and always will, because we're not Japan. We're just never going to be like Japan. They read. They're way more educated than we are. Plus, manga is like disposable there. Somebody will read their book and leave it on a train. No American comic book guy would ever do that. We need to get to that. We do. It needs to be more places. But what this is, because towards the end of the article, it says Joe Quesada is expected to stay. I think he's going to be an EVP. Now, your boy Zach from Comics Matter broke down what a C-level person is in a corporation. That means you're a CEO. You're at CEO level, which means you're on the top. Joe Quesada,
you have chief in your title.
Yes, you have
essentially
chief.
What it is.
So Joe Quesada was demoted. But what they're doing is restructuring. They're streamlining, and even in this article, they talk about Marvel Comics probably moving to the West Coast.
Wow. No surprise. We've been saying this shit for years, dude.
I'll use a sports ball reference here. Contraction. They've been talking. Baseball has been talking about this for a long time, and they probably will have to do it someday. Contraction. That's what's going to happen with Marvel Comics. It's going to take a few years for this to happen. They can't change everything, but I want to talk to Comicsgate directly, which I don't do very often, but Comicsgate, this is kind of a victory. So despite all the splintering and fighting and all the crap that's going on in Comicsgate, this is a victory. This shit doesn't happen overnight, though.
Do you really think it's a victory, though?
It's a small victory in a small battle. Absolutely. Because this change wouldn't have happened. Well, hang on, let me finish.
Okay. Go
this change would not have happened if the status quo stays and sales. The reason sales have gone down because the perception has gone down. Marvel might have been able to get away with it a little longer. I mean, this change probably would have happened eventually anyway. But Axel Alonso was a Comicsgate victory. They didn't see it that way, but it is. But Marvel there's internal battles going on here. You're also fighting against retailers who are not entirely on the side of Comicsgate. At least most of them aren't, believe me. You're fighting against creatives who are not on the side of Comicsgate, but the customer rules at the end of the day. Eventually the customer rules out. That's what Comicsgate was about originally. Mm-hmm. Now it's gone and done its own thing, but it succeeding really makes more than anything makes the creatives at Marvel look terrible. And now all of a sudden they're like, ooh, maybe I can do some crowdfunding now. And Marvel's going to start losing people to that because they're not paying their people well enough. And they just have been caught up in smelling their own farts. So big time. I'm not saying this is going to make Marvel better because it's not. Marvel Comics is please don't confuse those. Kevin Feige, like having say over Marvel Comics, this is something that's been in the works for a long time, folks. As Jeremy said for Star Wars, I go dig it up. There's a podcast I did 2.5 years ago where a friend of mine at the time who worked at Disney told me that this was the plan all along, and that defunct. If Kevin Feige saw something Marvel Comics was doing and didn't like it, he would send out a little email going, "I'm really not liking the direction they're taking Black Panther," or something like that. And believe me, that shit was fixed immediately. Yeah. So that he's just basically officially taking over. I mean, his record of success gives him that. Does this mean they're going to move everything non-political? Probably not. But the reason these things are changing, Joe Quesada's tweet. Do you remember his tweet from New York Comic-Con comics? Where he's
I remember it. I read it, but it went in one eye and out the other.
So basically it said, every time I look at these crowds of people, I think, too bad this is the year comic books die. And yeah. I retweeted it, and Zach talked about it. I don't think he's on Twitter anymore. And within a week, I'm not saying that tweet was it, but within a week he had to change his bio on his Twitter. So this shit takes time. That's why when we hear people, Jeremy hears it a lot. When we hear people in the Fandom Menace going, we need to, what's our goal? What are we going to do? We need to make our own stuff. For one, we can't do Comicsgate. We can't go start making our own movies and TV shows. You can, but It's not realistic.
Yeah,
These
realistically,
things require millions of dollars. What we need
if you want it to be good, it requires millions of dollars.
We need to press our advantage as the customer, which we need to stop buying this shit when it sucks. We really need to stop. I mean, a lot of us give it lip service, but then we keep buying it. We need to like not see the Rise of Skywalker or buy tickets to something else.
How many of us are not going to see episode 9? I mean, I'm going to see it. I think
I'm going to see it because
I'm paying for cats.
see, we're all still.
I'm paying
hang
for
on,
cats
hang on.
and then walking into Rise of Skywalker. So cats will be getting my money.
The problem is I'm seeing it for the channel for coverage. I didn't see Solo. I didn't see Captain Marvel. And my subscribers.
I fucking wish I could get a refund for Solo. The movie sucked a dick. I wish I could get my money back for it.
Yeah, I mean, so my subscribers screamed at me for not going to see these movies. And I get that. I totally understand that. And so it's pretty much, it's I guess it's like my job. I mean, it is my job. And so regardless if I do or don't want to see it, I think this movie is important enough where I believe that the impact, and I'm not trying to sound like, I mean, I'm anything special because I'm not, but the impact I can have to go see the movie and give my honest opinion is greater than the impact I can have by just not going to see it with my one ticket.
Right, I understand that.
So I can have a greater impact by going, this is dog shit and here's why, or I like it, you know? And so that's what a lot of people said to me when I didn't see Solo, when I didn't see Captain Marvel. They're like, I really wanted your opinion on it. And so I listened to my audience, something Disney doesn't do.
Yeah, that's pretty much the take that I'm going at it with too as well. Like I'm just gonna go see it, and then after I'm done seeing it, I'm gonna do a live stream, and it's gonna be a complete spoiler live stream. I'm just gonna answer everyone's questions that they have about the movie. They can find out what actually happens in the movie, then they don't have to go see it. So
that's exactly what I'm gonna do.
Yeah. I feel like I have seen a look of disappointment on Gary's face this entire time after I asked the question, and I want to know because he was making a really, really serious point, and I broke it up with, "Hey, why don't we all just not go see the movie?"
No, we have to. It's my job, but I can say this with all honesty: if I wasn't YouTubing, I wouldn't see this movie.
Right.
I wouldn't have seen the last one. I wouldn't have gone to Last Jedi. I wouldn't be watching Star Trek Discovery. I wouldn't watch any of this shit. It's a waste of my time.
Yeah.
And you know, I probably would have finished the MCU, but I know I care nothing for Star Wars. After The Last Jedi, it severed a decades old relationship forever. Like there was no going back. I cover it for the channel, but I try to be consistent about it. I don't make a ton of Star Wars videos. I think I've made 10.
Yeah.
After I was done with the Last Jedi in my review, I said I am never talking about this again. It's dead to me.
Jesus, I think I've only made 3.
Yeah.
I've only made like 2 or 3 for my channel.
Oh yeah, you barely made any.
Yeah, we rarely cover Star Wars on Geeks and Gamers.
I'm way behind you on Captain Marvel videos.
Never seen a single Star Wars video on your channel.
I just, there's this clickbait culture on YouTube. It's toxic, and I don't want to associate my brand to
Jeremy,
that.
We need to be better than that, right?
We have to be better. There's this guy who's got a Star Wars hat, and all he does is complains about Disney Star Wars, and it's very toxic.
Rage farmer.
Yes, absolutely. Clickbait, and I'm not gonna stay.
You left out drama queen too.
I am putting on a Ghost Rider mask, and I am going to rant about him.
You know what the most horrifying? You know what the most horrifying thing about that guy is? He's doing it for money. Can you believe that?
I know. He's always talking about how much money he's making. It's so toxic.
Dude, did you hear that dude's like getting close to 200,000 subscribers? Can you believe that?
Yeah, what's that count, by the way?
2 away.
Oh, come on.
2 away from 200,000?
Please subscribe to Geek and Gamers.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
2 subs away. I'm watching it right now.
I saw someone in the chat saying they were going to unsub right before you hit it.
That's kind of funny. So my boy Bruce has sent me one of these, and I've said I'm going to destroy it If he can hit 200K, I'm gonna try and bend it in half.
Oh, okay. So when we hit 200,000
There we
subs,
go.
all right.
There we
Give
go.
Odin the floor, Gary. Give
There
Odin
we
the
go.
floor.
But Odin, that's misogyny. How can you do that on a live stream?
So I just don't even care.
I find that so triggering.
I mean, you want to see how big of a Captain Marvel fan I am? Look, I've got a doll. I've actually got. Look at this. You won't even believe it. I've got 2 copies of the movie.
Oh,
And, oh my gosh! I've also got this. Hold on. Oh my gosh! This is so exciting. Thanks for letting me share.
It's like Christmas.
It's like Christmas. So I've also got this little other.
All right, we did it. 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 Yeah, we did it.
Yeah.
Oh. Yes.
Ah.
Oh
That's
my
hilarious.
God.
200,000 subs.
Boom! Congratulations, Jeremy.
Thank
Wow.
you, everybody.
Right before you leave, you
thank
got
you.
3 minutes at the floor, Jeremy. All you.
I'm not even going to be sarcastic like I always am. I sincerely appreciate it. My team, everybody that has shared videos, liked videos, commented, people that have hated on me, people that have bitched about me, people that have bitched about people on my channel. You've all played a part into this, and I appreciate all of you, and I mean that sincerely. I mean, I'm not saying sarcastically to the people that despise me and despise Geeks and Gamers that I thank you. I really do. I mean, you have helped grow this brand. Less than 2 years, we have went from less than 1,000 subscribers on this channel to 200,000. I'm blessed to have people like Gary and Odin and Josiah who are on this stream, you know, on my team, Alex, who's here, who has, you know, done so much and helped me. And we did the music video. Comics Division, who put a goddamn X in his title for whatever reason. No, but you know, to everybody, Ruthie, Star Wars for Life, you just nonstop with
Ruthie,
with all of the promotion. And I don't want to go through all the list of names because there's way too many. There's around 40 people that actually volunteer and work at Geeks and Gamers. And this is only the beginning. This is only the beginning. We're gonna continue to kick ass, take names, and you know, I'm just thankful to be a part of it with all of you. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. I'm going to send a tweet out right now.
Congratulations, my friend. Congratulations.
Great job, man. Congratulations.
Yeah. I never thought this was possible, but here we are. And it won't be long before Gary has passed us. So I'm going to live this up for as long as I can. But Gary is Geeks and Gamers. I mean, you know, and you all are. If you are a fan of it, if you watch the videos, if you share the videos, we're all part of this. And I want to stop calling Geeks and Gamers Jeremy's channel, please. It's our channel. It's your channel. It's these guys' channels. It's everybody's channel that wants it to succeed or wants it to fail, and you keep talking about it. It's your channel too. So anyway, thank you all so much. I am going to go join Jesse Exaggeration Nation and Darth Barbie over on his stream. It's going to be Darth Barbie's first ever stream. So I'm
great.
There. We were supposed to start this a little earlier. Gary got tied up, so that's why we're having the overlap. Unfortunately, we tried to plan it out, but we couldn't make it happen. But
couldn't make it happen. Sorry about that.
But you know, you guys stay here, support these guys. They're doing a great job, and again, thank you all so very much.
Hey, Jeremy, do you want a Captain Marvel Blu-ray?
I please mail that. I'm not kidding you. Mail it. I will give you the money. I want you to mail that to me. Okay. I want to frame it. I'm going to frame that. I'm going to frame it.
200K.
I'm going to frame it. Hang on.
Are you wearing? Look, he's wearing those ripped jeans. Oh, do you have?
Yeah,
Are there holes in those jeans?
I really did not
Soy
want to see
jeans.
Jeremy's soy pants tonight.
Ah,
I really
the
did not.
soy jeans.
Jeremy's
I'm
soy
going to
pants.
frame it right next
Jeremy's
to my
soy pants.
The soy jeans.
Yeah, the soy jeans. But I'm going to frame it right next to the 100,000 silver play button that took about 7 years to get. But yeah, so all right, everybody. Well, I'm going to go ahead and hop on this other stream. But again, thank you so much. I appreciate it. You guys have a great night. Gary, Josiah, Odin, Comics, Alex.
Jeremy. Take care,
pleasure
Bye.
being on the panel with all of you. And I can't wait to talk to you all again next Friday night. So.
Later, brother.
All right. Hey, and smash the melee button here.
Yes.
Let's get us over 1,000 likes. Smash the melee button, and we'll talk to you later. Bye, guys.
Later, man.
I know, man. That thumbs up is kind of sad. It's only 45. We can do better.
Yeah.
kept thinking of the Chappelle skit where they do the wrap it up music, and like at the very end. But that was a compelling speech, I must say.
It was.
Yeah,
So we're gonna
I mean,
we're gonna get through these super chats here. Anybody is welcome to stay or leave at will. Okay,
Yeah,
don't
that's
feel.
because I will also be taking my leave because it's about 10 p.m. and
Yes,
things are
The
getting
old man's
quiet.
got to go to bed.
plug your channel.
I'm the old man back in the day. You can check me out. I've got a movie blog. I don't know if you know this about me.
I had no idea.
Yeah,
That's
I've
awesome.
I've also got dogs. Look at the little puppy. So
Ooh.
I need
That's
to.
cute.
She needs. So hi, my name is Sarah McLaughlin, and if you want to support animals like this precious little angel right here, and to get her food, you can subscribe to my channel.
That was beautiful.
That was
Thank you.
beautiful.
It was from the heart.
I was
Yeah,
thinking
from
of the Orville when they have that one guy on the screen, the doctor in season 1, and his dog is licking his balls the whole time. Just good stuff. Good
It is
stuff.
pretty great.
All
But anyway,
right.
thanks as always. Great to be with everyone. Alex, welcome
Thank
to
you.
Welcome,
to the
Alex.
Resistance,
Yes.
man.
thank you, sirs.
Absolutely.
Well,
All right, peace out, y'all.
All right,
Peace
see you
out.
on it.
Later.
Later, Zoden. Take care. And
Bye.
pancakes for life. Pancakes
Bye,
for life.
pancakes, and also candy corn is the best.
Oh no, no.
Candy corn's trash.
there's lots of
I
jokes
love-
here that I don't get.
Josiah, while I have you here, while I'm thinking about it, when the Lord of the Rings show finally makes it to the air, will you join me for the live after
Yes.
reviews?
Yes, I
Please.
will. Absolutely. I would love to do that. I
Yes,
would love
my Lord of the Rings brother. We need to do that. I can't wait. I'm excited for it. I know like some of the people behind it, but I'm kind of excited for it, to be honest with you. So
Yeah,
we'll see.
it's still really hard to tell what kind of direction they're going to go with it. Some of the casting choices that they've made so far have been pretty positive. Like they have Will Poulter is going to be involved with it, and I think
Yep.
that's pretty great. And I think that having Tom Shippey involved with it is huge as well.
Yep.
I think that's great. The Tolkien estate has some sort of control of the series as well, which is also a positive. But yeah, we're just gonna have to wait and see as we get more details. Whenever they drop the official, if they're gonna do like an official casting announcement drop, that'll be very telling, I think, for what kind of direction they're gonna be going in. So yeah, we'll see.
Oh yeah, we'll probably have to live stream that too. So
for sure.
all right, let's get through these. And again, guys, just holler at me if you need to go, but please feel free to comment on any and I'll try to fill in Alex, like some of the candy corn thing was from another live stream I wasn't part of, but
I may not be able to even keep up. It seems there's a lot of you guys have a long history of these.
it's all right. We got to
Yeah.
start somewhere. It's like jumping in the middle of a Spider-Man comic. You just jump in. You just
You
do
gotta
it.
do something, yeah.
Yep. Joel Timburrow for $5 says Sutter's note explained a lot. Sons of Anarchy was brutal but authentic and well written. Mayans has felt fake and somewhat contrived, and now we know why.
That makes sense, yeah.
And he really walked out, even despite the fact that I do believe some people snitched on the guy. He still walked out not believing it, stating it out loud, saying that and protecting them. So he showed, I think he showed a ton of class walking out the door while smacking Disney, which I love personally.
Mm-hmm.
So he's my hero. Fan Addicts of Film for $2. The Force is an above average male.
I saw that. That was great.
Yes, I agree. Dreamcast Night for $10. I love how Rose was put in episode 8 to appeal to Chinese audiences, but they forgot that the Chinese hate American Asians. They also hate middle-aged white women. Looks like the Force is doomed. I do remember them mentioning there was ugly people in it. That's the one thing I remember. I don't know about the other stuff, but I mean, that's a lot of people in China. I don't know, but thanks for the super chat. Aaron Verkin for $2. Is this the Captain Marvel trip times live view party? Yes. Triple X. Sorry. I'm Aaron. I'm sorry. Yes. No. I might do that tomorrow night. Actually, I want to have Mrs. Nerdrotic in on that one. Because I think it's only right to review a porn with your wife.
Also, I want to point out that Kelly Marie Tran is not actually Chinese; she's Vietnamese. So
yeah,
there's that
right.
too.
Yeah, I think that's what he was trying to say. Yeah, I can't comment on that. But I don't know these things. But
I do know that they were trying to suppress John Boyega's presence, like in their marketing, as much as they could. So,
well, they definitely did that with The Force Awakens.
Yeah, they did. Yep.
But then with Black Panther, who played T'Challa again?
Chadwick Boseman.
Yeah, Chadwick Boseman.
Yeah, he won some award as favorite actor in China, just mysteriously.
Really?
Yeah, I'm sure there was a big donation to the party for that one.
Yeah.
By the way, Jeremy's gone, but Barstool Sports was selling this shirt instead of King LeBron. It's Chairman LeBron. It was beautiful shirt. It was well done. Aaron, thank you, Aaron Verkin, for the $2. Sindek for $5. Gary, your videos get me through the workday. Oh, that's awesome. I'm here. Big thanks for speaking for us. And damn it, Jeremy, fix your Instagram link on your site. I sent you a DM, and he's doing that. He's on top of it. And don't forget to follow me, Nerdrotic, on Instagram, where we have Swag Sunday. We have a really cool giveaway coming up soon. You're not as many people are going to win, but what you win is awesome, and it's partially due to a major mistake I made while I was at New York Comic Con. That's the only hint I will give. Thomas Gilkey for $5. This makes me sad as a huge fan of James Bond, where Sean Connery, when you need him to bring some toxic masculinity. Yes, it's in the title. Briefly, we could talk about they are going to do a female 007 film spinoff. Is anybody in this panel surprised about that?
Absolutely not.
No,
I'm not surprised at all.
I wish I could say I was more surprised about it.
I'm surprised they're not going to call her James Bond. They might still. You never know.
I did not know that.
Yeah, I'm surprised they aren't calling her straight up James Bond either. I mean, the name and everything, and they still could do that.
Is this no? I haven't really looked too much into the story, but is this going to have the lady who's going to be showing up in the next James Bond movie?
They're insinuating that, but I heard she was going to die in the movie. But
okay.
I don't know how true that is.
I heard that too. I've heard a lot of rumors around that. I haven't really paid very close attention to it, but I know that she's supposed to be coming back, or she's coming in having the 007 moniker, where they go and get James Bond back in, and apparently she's supposed to die at some point, or who knows.
Okay.
Who cares?
Yeah.
I just know that's being written by the chick that did Fleabag or something like that, which is a horribly unfunny show. If you saw that thing going around on Twitter saying comedy's not dead, and they show this clip from Fleabag, and it's like, this shit's not funny, dude.
I've never had a straighter face in my life than when I was watching that clip. So.
Yeah, I know. I was laughing, but for the wrong reason, because it wasn't funny.
Yeah, exactly.
You think this is comedy?
Yeah.
So, the producers have said flat out that they won't gender swap James, but making him retire and making her a 007 and a new character. I mean, arguably, that's fine. Go ahead and try to make money off that. It's this is the same thing as A-Force. Do it, please, please, please do it. And we're already starting to see this stuff fail. Like Batwoman. It's arguable. I think a lot has been made about the rating slump. It wasn't quite as big as people were saying, but it still was significant, and it's been met with a very tepid response. Like people are bored by it. So, and I don't think there's been a CW superhero show that's been one and done. But this one could be, although it doesn't look like they're spending a lot of money on it. I mean, it looks cheap as hell. It is so bad. It is so horrifically bad that it's so bad that Doomcock and I are going to continue reviewing it until because it's funny. I mean, it's funny.
Which Batwoman?
Yeah, it's funny in like all the wrong ways.
Yeah, well,
right.
we all kind of anticipated that.
Yeah.
It just seems everything I've heard, it just sounds really boring. There's like no SJW cringe at all, which I think a lot of people is wanting to watch it for.
Dude, I mean, I don't mean to brag or flex. I'm not trying to do that. I'm genuinely surprised. Doomcock and I did a review. We hemmed and hawed about it. We said, are you sure? I mean, we were both saying, like, I don't know if I want to do this. Let's just do it once. And then we did an Inquisition. Then we did the review, and it got like 100,000 views, or close to 100,000 views. A 45-minute live stream. Yeah, nice. I was like, what?
Well, you've had some success with doing live streams after a show and hit really big, specifically like with Game of Thrones. I remember that would be fucking.
Oh man,
huge.
yeah.
Dude, that last season though, my God.
Oh. It still hurts. I didn't think it would hurt this much, but honestly, because I was checked out on Star Wars, Game of Thrones hurt just as much.
Man, I recently rewatched seasons 1, 2, and 3. I'm like, fucking A, this was
different show.
Such a good show. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think the only thing that would be worse, I mean, like I'm with Josiah. I think he and I are see eye to eye on this one. Lord of the Rings is like, that's where I draw the line.
Yep.
We're talking
There's
pitchforks, torches.
Line in the sand.
Oh man, if they mess with it at all, I'm bringing war to Amazon. So.
Yep.
I believe it.
Christopher Arcella for $10. I want to add on to what Comic Division said and say that I think that the SJWPC kick in when nerd culture became mainstream back in 2007, when the Big Bang Theory became a hit. I agree with that statement. I think it started then. I started noticing it then. It started bugging me in comic books. When it started irritating me in comic books, it was about 2007, 2008. It wasn't a lot. I remember I stopped reading anything written by Greg Rucka. I couldn't do it anymore.
Yeah, he's a character, that's for sure. I was out of comics still at that point, so I really didn't see what was going on. It wasn't until later, but that seems to be about the beginning of the rise of the digital outlets too. Was 2007. There was a lot kind of going on in that time period.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
FX firing Kurt Sutter is like AMC firing Vince Gilligan and Better Call Saul, equal to that from V for $4.99. I completely agree. And I do like Better Call Saul. And he did get a reference in El Camino. I'll just leave it at that. Apocrypha for $4.99. I'm getting strong. One flew over the cuckoo's nest vibes from modern entertainment, where Disney is Nurse Ratched and the Fandom Menace is McMurphy. That's a great analogy there. I like that. Not a good one. I mean, like, not for the end anyway. Modalicious for $2, $15.25. Just watched that, and he doesn't credit for it. $15.25. Just watched that, and he doesn't credit for it. Which one, Modalicious? And answer it in the chat. You don't have to give another super chat. What's that referring to? Gawker's Death Rattle for Canadian 2 pesos. Mad Max is like a screamo Christopher Walken. He kind of is.
That's hilarious. That's pretty on point, actually.
I've got to head out too now, guys. I'm sorry to abruptly.
Oh, no worries.
But I'd love to come back on if I'm welcome back on the show again. I'd
Alex, you have an open invitation anytime, my friend. Please plug your channel real quick before you go.
Yeah, it's just youtube.com. Let me boomer it real quick for you. It's youtube.com/gootmusic. http://youtube.com/gootmusic. So it's GOOT music.
Alex, it was a pleasure meeting you, my friend, and please come back. I'll reach out to you and look forward to talking to you, man.
All right, man. Sounds good. Thanks for having me.
See you, Alex.
Later.
All
right, it's just us three guys. We're burning through these sub chats again. Leave when you need to.
I'm gonna have to take off in a few minutes here, but yeah.
Sure. EU fans hate soy wars, says from Ajaman. Oh, okay, I'm reading that wrong. From a FROMEGGMAN for $2. I don't know how to read that. I'm sorry, but I'm dumb. So, yeah, I'm getting the sense that EU fans, they're kind of worried about the Fandom Menace. They don't need to. We're your friends.
Yeah.
We would love the EU to be the Star Wars, right, Josiah?
Oh, totally. Is there? I didn't realize that there was any sort of division between the EU and.
There is, and a lot of it's from this very small kind of anti-Fandom Menace group that's trying to stir up hate because they want to be. I don't know what they want to be, and I don't really care. But like comics, you're old school EU. You're like OG EU.
I am.
If Disney had just adapted EU, I mean, people have said it before because it needs to be said, and it hasn't been said enough. All they had to do was adapt EU forever.
Yeah. Jeff Riley, EU is extended universe. That's a reference to the Star Wars extended universe, and there's like different levels of canon and crap because Lucas never really liked the extended universe, but a lot of what encompasses the extended universe comes from West End Games, the Star Wars RPG, as well as what came out of Dark Horse in the 90s, and Timothy Zahn's novels and all these additional novels. Lucas only really considered the movies canon, but yeah, I mean, there's like so many good stories that are in the extended universe that could have been adapted. Dark Empire, the Zahn novels, the Thrawn trilogy, which is the Zahn novels. There's just so much stuff that they could have just gone and adapted, but they chose not to. And the reason why is they took everything, threw it out the window, so they didn't have to live with the canon. Because at that point in time, they would have to color within the lines. But what instead they did is they took pieces from the extended universe and bolted it on to Disney Star Wars. Thrawn being one of them.
Yep, and they're continuing to do that. And if you're like hungry for Star Wars, but you can't handle Disney Star Wars, then go to your local secondhand bookstore or go on Amazon and just get Dark Horse Star Wars comics.
Yeah, I should probably talk more about the extended universe on my channel because that. If you're hungry for Star Wars and you want more Star Wars, but you hate Disney, that's the stuff to look at and read and enjoy.
Yeah, I mean, it's even been great having Ryan part of our channel with Geeks and Gamers and stuff too, bring his knowledge of the EU there too, and it's been awesome getting to kind of learn more about the EU as someone who has never really gone out of my way to read much about it. It's been awesome. So.
Yeah. And that's the only stuff I'll even crack open at this point if I do.
Yeah.
George Zago, the pussy peddler for £1.99. Hi, has another skooma on me. Keep it up. Okay. Thank you. Rich Suddy for £5. To my bad, I bought the Aftermath trilogy and Claudia Gray's Fallen Stars after Wendig's outbursts. These books are no longer on my shelves. CGs are. Yes, most definitely. Listen,
yeah, his outburst was pretty funny too, because I that really kind of gave me hope for what was going on in Marvel, but we shall see. But at least he's not fucking up Star Wars anymore.
I haven't gone to a comic store and purchased a comic from a comic store in quite some time, but I've purchased Indiegogo books. I don't have my Frog book yet, but I eventually.
Yeah, I don't have my Frog book yet either. I'm waiting.
But I got my Jawbreakers book, and I got my posters, and I liked it, and it's so weird. I got a shout out from. I got a couple shout outs from Zach, from your boy Zach, and this whole surrealness of this. I was listening to Zach. I remember when he hit. I was like amazed when he hit 24,000 subs. I was like, oh my god.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Getting shouted out by him is an honor, and I love your boy Zach, and we've emailed a couple times, just like little chitty chat stuff. But listen, I just remember a year ago with the Jim Jeffers thing and the shit that guy went through.
God, yeah, that was so dumb. I understand why he did it, because he thought he's gonna get more exposure, but yeah, man, he totally made Zach look like a dick.
Dude, you remember all the shit was made for the dark roast, which I was lucky enough to get in an email because I asked for it. And dude, it was nothing. It was nothing. That what they vilified him. So the thing is, they were able to get away with it. They being the SJWs and NPCs with comics, because it's so small, because it's so insignificant now, which is so sad. But they haven't been able to. I mean, it's taken the Access Media and creatives to fight off the Fandom Menace, because it's much bigger. It's much bigger. Mm-hmm. And people like I don't want to name any of the usual suspect troll CGers who are trying like hell to get some relevance within the Fandom Menace. I recently was unblocked mysteriously by one, and I've been blocked by this person forever on Twitter. I don't care. I don't tweet. But it's going to start ramping up again. You're going to start seeing the anti-Fandom Menace stuff ramp up over the next week or so, and it's going to get bad.
Yeah,
it's going to get bad.
That's usually what happens when these big movies start to come around, you know?
Yep.
So,
well, and also it gives them something to talk about. That's kind of the big thing too, is that part of the reason why these outlets do really, really polarizing things and whatnot is because it gets them clicks, man. I mean, it's like that stupid CNN article about the Joker and tying all this stuff to Trump, which is just fucking ridiculous. It's like that type of stuff. People like us, we're gonna read it. It's just as much for us as it is for the SJWs.
And that part of it is yes. I mean, like I don't think CNN writes for us to make videos, but I think like IO9 or the Mary Sue or the smaller places Screen Rant most definitely.
Oh,
100%.
Absolutely. I mean, it seems like we got this covered releases just like 12, just the most ridiculous articles you could think of every day. And I'm sure that they're probably just trying to find something for us to get a reaction to make videos about and stuff. So,
yep. Oh God, they just released a couple today.
Yeah.
The Dr. 14 Blu-ray reviews, who's always got a contrarian opinion, but he's always around, or she, which that's fine. And here's the difference between the other side and the Fandom Menace. I'm going to read this. I never got offended by anything Bree said and loved Captain Marvel. That's cool.
Yeah.
No problem. Nobody ever has a problem with what we like or dislike here. What we have a problem with is you not liking what or having a problem with what I dislike. And then calling poor Josiah, an istophobe of some kind. When he's just a phobe, not an ist. No, I'm just kidding. No, Josiah's awesome and doesn't deserve any of the crap he gets. And I might. Is my wife in here? Oh, there she is. Hey, what's up, Mrs. Nerdrotic? Everybody say what's up to Melissa Wagner there.
What's up, Melissa?
That's Mrs. Nerdrotic's in the house.
Nice.
I'm sure she totally thinks that I deserve.
Dude, I totally want her to make me cookies now. I mean, I saw those cookies that you had, those Nerdrotic cookies, and I was like, man, I need to get me some of those.
She makes great cookies. Those Nerdrotic cookies were good. Oh my God. Matt G, Gary, you're right on about Bowles Trek being great. Thank you. Oh, hey, yes, Bowles Trek is a Fandom Menace member. Period. End of story. More people need to subscribe to him. Check this guy out. His Doctor Who takes are freaking spot on. Plus, he's a friend. He's a cool guy. I've had him on the channel before. So please subscribe. If one of the mods could put in Bowles Trek's, he's woefully undersubscribed for how great he is. Matt G, thanks for checking him out. I do appreciate that. And I will pass that on to him, that what you said. I'm sure that'll make his day. Norwegian Kryptonian for 50 Norwegian crowns. I can talk. Allfather Odin. How does the word extensive reshoots in general affect the box office? By the way, love this show. Nighttime here in Norway, and we love you. Extensive reshoots can affect I'll answer for him. That just means your movie's not ready in time. I don't think there have been movies with extensive reshoots that have been successful. Endgame had major reshoots.
Yeah.
But I don't think 75% are being. No. I don't think that's possible.
Yeah, that's kind of ridiculous.
Plus, that just adds so much.
All movies have reshoots. Well. Yeah,
so
that's just the way it is.
Yeah.
What was that?
I just said that it also adds so much more to their budget as well.
Yes.
Which is just more that they have to try to make back.
Yeah, that's what killed Solo too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Big time. Yep.
And then Jiminy J for $2.99 says, "What's up, Fandom Menace? Not much. Thanks for joining us for $2.99. Thank you very much. Darkstar 76 for $5. Hail Gary, congrats on 140,000. I showed a friend your channel and he said he would sub. Hail Jeremy, I wish I had 97 friends for you, but early congrats to you." And he made it, obviously. And Darkstar 76, thank you very much. And that shows you how behind I am. I'm doing this a little out of order, people, so don't worry. I'm going to work my way back up. I don't get all the games, the bait, the false rumors. Tell me a good story, and I'll come watch your damn movie. Seems simple to me. Love you guys. Appreciate the talent. Keep it up. For $20, and that's admin Grumpy Bear, right? Just a good story.
Yep.
It's not that hard.
It's not that hard.
You would think it's not that hard.
I mean, and we could point to so many examples this year alone of where that's happened. Joker is a great example of that. Alita Battle Angel is another great example.
Holy crap, man! You got computing forever in your chat.
What's up?
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome.
Where is he? Oh, I got to hit the down button. Boom,
you have to scroll all the way down.
What's up, Dave?
Cullen. Dave Cullen.
Okay, so Dave Cullen, one of the reasons I got close to 140K and all this happened was Dave Cullen. Dave Cullen shouted me and Bulls Trek out. So I owe that guy. You ever come out? I don't think you're crazy enough to come to San Francisco, and honestly, you shouldn't. So maybe I'll come out to you. Maybe I'll come out to you and buy you, I don't know, a pint or something. What do you got? Whatever you drink over there. I mean, I don't drink it, but I'll buy you a pint, Dave. Love Dave Collins. Please subscribe to Computing Forever, a brilliant channel, like a Godfather YouTuber. Mm-hmm. Straight up. For real. Bounding into Comics is in here too. I think I saw.
Bounding Comics is in.
What's up, John F. Trent? If we weren't about to wrap things up, I'd give you both a link, but we're about to wrap things up here. I know I keep saying this, but Dave and I have got to do. Dave, I have the best idea. So Quarter Black Garrett, who was in the chat earlier, recorded the entire Antifa panel from New York Comic Con. That would be a great time to have Dave on, because I want to see his brain bleed out his ear.
Oh my God. I still want to see what was said during that. That's amazing.
Oh my God. So just to give you a little hint of the mindset of this panel, we are currently living in a white supremacist society, like right now.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
So Wokeman is coming up this Sunday. Doomcock and I are going to cover it. The Access Media absolutely loves it. And, it's funny that the Access Media wanted to trump up the whole incel bullshit with Joker, but not a word is spoken about. So the Watchmen isn't going to set off the next civil war.
Jeez, I wonder why. Is it because they're aligned with the Access Media and the SJWs with their content?
Damon Lindelof wrote the perfect script to please the Access Media, and this is what so much of this shit is written for them and not for us, and that's why we get so much partisan bullshit in our well, I don't know. Watchmen should not exist. It should be a comic book. And I like the Zack Snyder movie. I do. I think it's a decent adaptation. If you don't, I understand why you don't. But I don't like all the other comics that are around it. I don't like Doomsday Clock. I don't like Before Watchmen, After Watchmen, none of that shit. Although I did sell them, so I'm a bit of a hypocrite. But I had to make shekels.
Well, you owned a comic book store.
I did for 10 years in San Francisco.
People out there don't know this. Gary owned a comic book store.
I did.
He sold comics.
I try not to mention it that much,
No, not at all.
Try to be humble about it. King Crow for $1.99. He sent it twice. Thank you, King Crow. I'm going to say your name twice. King Crow, King Crow. You're awesome. Gary, do you have a Patreon? Also, incredible panel. It was an incredible panel tonight. Josiah, thanks for jumping in much later and keeping it incredible. Love you, man. Thomas Gilkey, I do. Patreon.com/nerdrotic. Check it out. You can join for as little as $1. I also have a subscribe star if you don't like Patreon. Randy Kelly for $5, and then for another $5, Race Massacre was called the Race Riot for 80 years, but we have a woke mayor in Tulsa. I live here. It was. I don't know what the exact. You know better than I, Randy. So I'll look it up. But it was the inspiration for the entire series, not like Alan Moore's original work. It sounds like a repurposed script again, put on to. There's definitely some they're trying to push the modern narrative.
Yeah.
And then trying to say it's the great trouble of our times, which, was nuclear war, was the threat of nuclear war in the 80s. And now Damon Lindelof is saying that the police and racism are now equal to what the terror of mass extinction was, which I'm saying right now, no, wrong.
Oh my gosh.
So Ruin of House Roundhead, our good friend. Hey, dude, bras. Star Wars is for effing kids, so don't see episode 9 because you are too old, brah. Dog, you were all mad because Rey is a powerful babe.
The
She's
fact
a
that he
babe.
actually talked like that is
Star Wars is
funny
for
in
kids,
itself, man.
but cancel kids wearing Stormtrooper costumes.
That's so
Just keep that
stupid.
in mind.
I look forward to this guy looking back 10 years from now going, what the fuck was I thinking when I wrote that article? I am such an idiot.
Miss Melissa, I kept my promise. I did not make a video about Freddie Prinze Jr., but I did make a thumbnail and talk about him in the live stream. But I was asked not to make a video on Freddie Prinze, so I didn't. I decided to go another direction, and that video will be out Monday. It's about Jar Jar. Hint, it's about Jar Jar. Other solution, if you have to see it, get a bootleg. They get no credit for bootlegs. Says Seek the Light for $5. Most definitely sail the high seas. Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'll probably. I say I'm gonna buy tickets to Cat and go, but that's dishonest. So I will buy a ticket and write it off as a business expense, and they still get my money, but it's my job. But believe me, if it wasn't, I wouldn't be seeing it. I don't want to see it.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty much how I feel about it too. So
Yeah, I'm in the same boat, man. And they have assigned seating, and I'm pretty sure that my theater is gonna be packed for that night, so I have to buy a ticket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, we're almost done here, guys. We got like 5 more. So yeah, I wish I hadn't seen Blade Runner 2049. I'm sorry I saw that, but I know a lot of people liked it, and that's cool. Believe me, it's not as bad as The Last Jedi. It
was a beautifully shot film. That's
was
the only compliment I'm going to give that movie.
Yep. Was watching a bit behind last super chat, but just saw congrats again, Jeremy, on 200,000. Darkstar 76 for $5, and I will pass that on. Darkstar, you're awesome. Thank you very much. Freddie P hacked my account again, said Sir Ruin of House Roundhead for $1.99. Damn it, dude, brah.
Didn't he have some stream where he was playing Monopoly or something tonight, or something like that, or?
I think so. He's got his.
Trivial Pursuit,
was it Miss Monopoly?
It's called like Gecko or something like that. Here, let's before you guys go. Let's see. Gecko. Oh, now when you search Freddie Prinze Jr. Oh my God, that's hilarious. SC reviews thumbnail. Here, I'll show it to you. SC's funny. You got me, SC. But I was searching his there. That's good.
Oh, that's comedy gold.
That's awesome.
I love SC. I was looking for his stupid channel. I can't find it now though. It's called Keko or Gecko or what? I don't care. I'm not going to look that much. It's not worth our time. He's got like 50 subs or something like that, and he gets.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really not worth our time. Okay, so Mr. Blank for $5. I call bullshit. Disney adapted Thrawn and a bunch of stuff from from Knights of the Old Republic. From Eggman. I get it now. $2. Disney altered EU material, not adapted. Yes, most
well,
definitely.
repurposed, I think, is a better way of putting it.
Yeah. Well, that's what I call the creatives now. I call them repurposers. I got that from Clownfish TV. And I also have to remember to call Disney the Disney regime. Ian Slater for $2. How was Anakin created in Star Wars?
Midichlorians.
Yeah, immaculate or
well, it depends on if you believe the comic book. It was basically Darth Sidious manipulating the midichlorians to get Sashimi pregnant.
Can I want to see that visually represented, like Palpatine going.
They actually have it in the comic, dude.
I'm manipulating the midichlorians to give birth.
Yeah, it's fucking ridiculous, man. The actual artwork for it's really creepy.
That douche in the skull mask lost out on 1,525 views because of his this live stream. No credit for the 1,525 subs watching your channel. AIDS Ghostwriter says Modalicious for $5. Thanks, Modalicious. You never disappoint, man. I love Modalicious.
Oh, I love how people were calling him Garbage Bin Ghostwriter.
Yes.
That was hilarious.
Eskimonofono for $1.99. Just ate spicy curry before work. Oh no. Yeah, buddy. That's a 4-alarm fire right there. Fizzenthorpe for $10. A good story will spread on its own. You don't need all this front loading of hype to get to see it. They spend more on hype and promotion than they do on the product. You are right there, buddy. No, that's that's J.J. Abrams. That's his influence, though. That's his whole MO. That's what I've been trying to tell people from day one. He is all about the Flash. You will not get a cohesive story. As a matter of fact, that's what my next video is about. There's a bunch of articles running around going, we're getting a cohesive ending. And every time I hear the Access Media repeat something over and over again, I know the opposite is going to happen.
That's awesome.
Captain Redneck for $10. You dummies. Disney doesn't make Star Wars movies. Lucasfilm does. Come on. Why lie?
Because lying's fun.
Because yes. Yes, exactly. What's up, Captain Redneck for $10? Disney, it's a Chinese Disney Star Wars. Yes.
That's going to start becoming a mouthful because we're just going to keep adding things to the name.
Oh yeah, I'm ready to go.
Chinese Disney Star Wars regime, something
regime. Yes. Of suck. Mason Storm for $5. The last super chat. Thank you so much for bringing the light to the horrible things Ruby Rose is doing to Batman. I'm a comic newbie. Please tell me what should pop my comic cherry. Oh, you're a comic newbie. You've never read a comic before. Looks like you want to lean towards DC. So that's a much better place to jump on because you can read individual stories. But if you want to pop your chalk, something that'll get you like, what's a good primer for I would start, I would go to one of the year one. I would go to Batman Year One. That's where a good place to start. If you want to read Grant Morrison's Justice League, that's a good, you can go start there. You can start at Rebirth. If you just, I don't know, what's the best Rebirth title to you? Comics. Rebirth.
Shit.
Rebirth. Besides Batman.
Okay. I'll be honest with you. Rebirth Flash was really good. That had a pretty strong run. And it eventually petered out. But if you read like the first 30 issues, it's actually really damn good. I'm not a Flash fan either. I happen to see some people reviewing. I want to say it was like issue 20 or 21. It's when he has the negative Flash Force, and it was just an interesting story.
The two books that if somebody walked into my shop and said, I have never read a comic before in my life. I've watched a couple of cartoons, but I want to start. First I would ask them like what their favorite movie was to kind of get a feel for their taste, to know if should I offer this guy like Vertigo? But if they come out and say, hey, I want to start with Marvel and DC, the first 2 books I'd offer them every time is Marvels or Kingdom Come. I would just go. I think those are good like primers.
Yeah. Hawkman is also really good. That is still a solid book coming out of DC. The short-lived New Age of Heroes was also pretty enjoyable. The Terrifics was good, was really good. Silencer I really enjoyed. Same thing with Damage. It's a shame those books never took off, but they definitely kind of filled a void with Marvel because they abandoned all of their kind of major heroes, and they had their own kind of like fill-in characters. And
I love that idea.
Yeah, it was great. It's too bad it didn't last.
Well, it wasn't going to last because probably the retailers weren't going to back it. And God, the retailers, man, ooh, some of them, when this all plays out, they have a lot of responsibility to bear here. They do. I know they're victims in a lot of this too, but they could have changed. They had the power to change this. They did. They had all the power.
But they fucked it up.
Nope. Because they're just sup dude bras, love you guys, says Christy for $2. Well, we love you too, Christy. And that's gonna wrap it up for Friday Night Tights. Yes, go get your frog book, go support Ian, get an EVS book, go find an independent creator that you like and support them. You know, that doesn't hurt.
Yep. That's good stuff.
Josiah, please plug your fine channel, sir.
You can go find me on YouTube at Josiah Rises. And yeah, I talk about movie news. I talk about I'm going to be starting to get more into pop culture commentary in general, but for now I am focused on movie news, and I am just about to release a review for Zombieland Double Tap as well. So
awesome.
So yeah, you can go find me there. And thanks for having me on, Gary. I appreciate that a lot.
You are always welcome, my friend, and thanks for coming on. Comics, plug your channel.
Hey, well, I just fucking finally released a video this week, so if you guys want to go check it out, YouTube has definitely been screwing with stuff. I released the other day. I still only have like 125 views, where I talk about Dungeons and Dragons and basically kind of the SJW infestation and how they kind of creep into nerd culture and, you know, start demanding changes. It's I don't know. I think it's a good video. I got some stuff in flight coming up. There's something Heather Antos tweeted out I kind of want to talk about, which I think is pretty funny, that The Last Jedi is being used as a barometer for sexism. And there's some stuff in there that I thought was interesting, that the movie tried to hit on, but really kind of failed, which is the whole thing with Poe making a bad decision and being held accountable. And that's something that happens and could be a good story. You see it in the first Assassin's Creed, where basically the main character fucks up and goes through a redemption arc. And so that's something I kind of want to talk about.
Awesome. And Denny Rice, thank you for saying one of the top 10 channels on YouTube. Thanks, Gary. Thank you, Denny. That's a nice thing to say. Nice. Yeah, comics. I think you're right. And Heather was who I was referring to earlier. Heather Antos, and I think I was part of a block change, to be honest with you. But Renfamous both blocked me forever, forever. And then
I'm sad for you, man.
And well, now I'm unblocked. Now I'm unblocked. Yeah,
You're
now
unblocked.
I'm unblocked.
Really?
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think shenanigans are coming. I don't think from Heather Antos. I think I was part of a blockchain with her because I've never even like brought her.
I know I was blockchain because I followed Zach back in the day, and that's part of the reason why
that's probably why.
Blockchains, yeah.
Ren, I don't know why, but yeah, I was blocked forever. Now I'm not blocked.
I blocked her mainly because I just don't give a shit about her.
Yeah. Well, I think she was watching the live stream that I was on with Anna concerning the Rose tweet to EVS and stuff like that, because it was concerning her. So Nina Fabiano, reliability for the win. Nina Fabiano, you're reliable. You're a reliable friend, member of the Fandom Menace, and we dig you. So thank you for the $5. And yes, reliability for the win. You guys are awesome. Congratulations again to Geeks and Gamers. And a lot of that goes to Josiah, our man Josiah, who does the editing there. I mean, let's not forget that. This is the backbone of Geeks and Gamers right here. He does a bunch of editing. So
I do a lot of work behind the scenes, that's for sure.
Yes, you do. So thank you, Josiah. Thank you, everybody. And thank you again. I passed 140K myself.
Congrats on that too, man. That's
amazing.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's cool.
We will see you next Friday at 5 p.m. Pacific time. Don't forget Sunday, 7:15 p.m. with the Wokeman, Doomcock, and I covering it Game of Thrones style. So that should be fun.
Nice.
Yeah.
I have to watch this series. I want to see how terrible it is.
I heard
this is the first episode, right?
Yep.
It's coming out. Okay. Interesting. Yeah. What is that on Hulu?
HBO.
HBO. Okay. Yeah,
HBO.
I'll have to see if I can watch that too because should be interesting.
It will be. So I will see you then. Hopefully, Mrs. Nerdrotic and I can watch, just for research purposes, the Captain Marvel parody, and we will do a live review. All right.
That's
review, awesome. Dirty-minded people. All right.
Sure it's not a reenactment?
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe. So
sorry,
note,
Father Christopher, if you're still out there.
On that note, hail Axel Braun and Kenzie Taylor, who is our Captain Marvel. On that note, Josiah will like my my parting phrase, which is, remember, not all who wander are lost.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about.